Hello everyone, and welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community. I'm your Dungeon Master Salkos, and this is the Dungeons & Dragons campaign where we have to constantly remember, everything about our characters and have a great
and also
time.
to keep our mics unmuted.
Memory retention is not the best here. Anyway. Now, before we get into the session tonight and the party continues their draconic battle, we have a few announcements to get through tonight. First and foremost, we want to acknowledge all of the amazing artists that do great work in our campaign. First and foremost, we have Starving Artist, who has done all of our character art and will be doing character art for campaign 2. Details to be announced. We also have Endo and 79, who does all of our merch designs. They do great work. You could go to merch.pgc.gg to see everything that they do. And speaking of merch, our holiday gift or mimic present is available on our Redbubble store. There is that on the stream right now. No, it's a mimic gift present. It kind of looks like something out of Nightmare Before Christmas, and it says Happy Holidays, because who doesn't like being merry? Yeah, so be sure to go check that out on the wide variety of shirts, mouse pads, stuff that we have for it. It's pretty nice. We also have Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a production group that creates goth horror and fantasy RPG music. You can use that at your tables by going to their YouTube channel, watching their YouTube videos. You can go to Spotify, listen to them there, ask Amazon Alexa to be listening to their music right now. We also have the Victor Brothers, who provide a lot of the Celtic and fantasy RPG music as well that you'll hear throughout the stream. And that is it for artists. Last but not least, we are happy to announce our holiday one-shot will be taking place once again this year. It is $25 for a player to join. It comes with a bust portrait of the character we played, very similar to the Halloween one shot we had about 3-4 weeks ago. So with that, with the death of Renestry Snowfallen, the Order of the Winterlands has been demolished, resulting in the unbridled chaos of its residents. Of course, one of those residents is none other than Thilivern Fong, or Whitebeard for those who prefer common. Through the chaos, a large majority of his subjects who make the toys have gone missing. Without them, no toys or goodies can be made for the children who look forward to their delivery during the time of Tura Anna or Great Gift. Thilivern Fong needs the help of adventurers once more this year to help him find the workers and get production back again to save Tura Anna. That will be taking place December 23rd of this year at our normal stream time, 8 p.m. That is a Thursday. And we have 7 spots available, so be sure to sign up for that. You can sign up right now on our Discord, and looking forward to another great one shot. And of course, Starving Artist will be making those bust portraits as well. Anyway, I believe that's all I have to announce. I don't think I forgot anything there. So without further ado, go ahead and grab your snacks, grab your drinks, as we welcome you to our table and we begin session 83 of Prestige Encounters. Woo! And welcome back, everyone. Where we last left off, the champions of Katerin made their way out of the Shadowfell. As they exited, they made a plan that this is very potentially the location where Veskar the Insatiable, a great shadow dragon, could be making his way back into the mortal plane once he is freed. If he is freed, I should say. While scanning the area and seeing that they have only spent half a day in the relative time of the mortal realm, they were just outside the city of Minaria where they entered the Shadowfell to begin with. There's also one of the adventurers saw a comet crashing towards the land where they found a very peculiar and odd character named Beloni. They learned that she was a moonstone dragon sent by the Summer Queen to stop the white dragon from making his way into the mortal realm to assist the other dragon lords in freeing Veskar. The party decided to regroup at a tavern in Minaria, and it was here that they were confronted by a number of assassins from the Shattered Skull, the Assassin's Guild in the world of Terranlos. When they confronted the party, one of them recognized Kelwyn, but naming him Nask, and upon hearing this name, Kelwyn received this head-splitting headache. His form began to shift, and he was revealed to have been one of the 4 leaders of the Shattered Skull, his memories now returning to him, and now dealing with this duplicity of his personality, as he has the memories of being happy with his father, and the memories of him as a cold but efficient killer. From here, in questioning Kelwyn / Nask and where his allegiances were at the time, Ember received a message from Eula saying that a woman by the name of Dashila was there and asking for the staff. Ember quickly teleported everybody to the Flint and Steel. And from here, he was confronted with Giramor the Storm and Sheila the Maw. I feel like I'm getting that wrong. Shadila, yeah. Shadila. I was going to say does Sheila. Anyway, Shadila the Maw, who had taken their employees hostage and thus threatening their lives in exchange for the staff. Ember decided to take a gamble, and he drew 3 cards from the deck of many things, drawing where the Reaper showed up to attack him on a one-on-one battle, quickly being killed by a number of magic missiles, and then a Pit Fiend also showed up and battled the party, where it did quite a bit of damage to Shada before it was finally vanquished. And as the Pit Fiend crumbled away, it told Ember that his soul will never know rest again. And that is where we last left off. The flames of the wall of fire have died down. The walls are scorched black with soot, and the smell of brimstone and sulfur kind of hangs in the air as you all are just now breathing heavily, sweat pouring down your brows from the immense heat that you just faced. Champions, what would you like to do?
Someone go check on Eula.
Yeah, Shadow's going straight down to the cellar.
I'll be joining him.
Do you think those dragons are gonna come back to follow us?
Almost certainly. We need to move.
The blue one's
First we need
probably still down there. He was supposed to be with the hostages.
So, Shadow, you're going straight.
Okay.
You're going straight to the cellar.
Yeah.
I guess we're accompanying Shadow in case the blue one's still down there.
Yeah, I'll follow suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all going.
Yeah. I'll go too.
Okay, so you all are just going to run to the cellar. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you.
Zark was upstairs, right? We went to check upstairs.
I came back.
He
down.
came
We already
down.
did that. Okay.
He went up. He said the doors seemed to be closed, and they came down to fight the Pit Fiend. So
What do you mean seemed?
Everything seems to be whatever
According to
you
your
see.
check.
So you all run to the back room and to the cellar and throw open the cellar door, and you come down to the room. And the very first thing that hits you is
A
electrical
smooth
fire.
criminal.
Something
Ooh.
that kind of hangs in the air.
The burning of ozone.
There's also a number of whimpers and whispered voices. What would you like to do?
Shada is 100% gonna have his Demon Slayer blade.
Go
not
ahead and make a
Demon Slayer,
perception
Dragon Slayer
check.
blade. Okay. Cool. 23.
Looking around, you see. Do you have dark vision?
I do have dark vision.
Looking around, you see a number of huddled figures. You see Eula, you see Sheila, you see Nisa, and
Lisa.
yeah, all of your staff.
Yeah.
But also a number of patrons in the bar. There is a. They're all kind of cowered away from another corner of the room, where there's a number of huddled, kind of sparking corpses. Unrecognizable.
Corpses of. Okay.
Completely unrecognizable.
They're smoldering. They're not like, charred husks, but they are not people that you know.
So, okay, so all of our staff is in one corner with the patrons that are still alive.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So I guess Ember is going to look down at Eula and ask, "Tell me what happened here."
They came and immediately closed off the exits, and they had these tiny kobolds. They brought us up down to here and asked which one of us could get a message out to all of you. I tried to keep everybody safe, and that's why I sent the message. I'm so sorry. I didn't.
You did the right thing. Well, they're gone for now. Do you have somewhere safe to be? Because they'll probably come back here.
This is our home.
We can probably give them some money to go stay in an inn for a while until we know it's safe.
Eula,
Yes.
you remember the place that we found you where you were originally working? How safe is that spot now? Do you know?
I mean, I've left it abandoned for over a year now. I'm sure someone has moved into the property.
Well, we can move them out. We should definitely investigate. I
Mhm.
believe.
It's a
If
several-week
we-
journey down to the E-Tree's fleet.
Another thing that we could
That is
do
true.
is inform the guard just so that they know not to let anybody onto this premises until we know that it's safe for
Oh, we
people to be here.
can't go to the guard.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we're kind of under legal trouble. But that's not to say that someone else can't. Someone like Eula, perhaps, or anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, my face isn't known by people who are... We could also send Kelvin, because Kelvin can make himself anyone.
And people don't recognize
Apparently.
rescue either. They shouldn't.
They
No
shouldn't.
offense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Could
well,
we
none taken.
not
maybe
in any
enlist
legal
any
trouble.
help from the Mage
Oh.
Guild
Wait.
to
If
keep an
I
eye on
go...
us?
If they have heard of me, just on the off chance they have heard of me, they might think that I did it. So maybe Kelvin should do that.
Wait, who doesn't know us now?
Well, the guard doesn't know Sam, or
Yeah,
Oh,
what he's just
Sam specifically.
For the record, I just like to say, this is a little bit out of nowhere. We kind of got like teleported over here. Where are we, in terms of
Cataract.
This is
Welcome to my world.
Cataract?
It's called the Flint and Steel. It's
Yes.
It's basically their headquarters. Our headquarters.
Business.
This is definitely my first time in Cataran.
Same.
yeah, we're in the Valerian Empire.
Oh no, I've been here before.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Probably not
might
this
not have seen
part.
this place.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
I've never
We
been
should
outside of Ayash. So,
So we should probably grab what we can, drop off what we can, and then keep moving. What do you think, everyone?
Yeah, speaking of grabbing what we can, we need to grab that angry stick, don't we?
Yeah, we need somewhere safe to put it.
Where did the professor? Well, it's you guys' staff.
Well, guessing by the kobolds I just saw upstairs trying to break into a door, I'm gonna assume it's up there.
Mm-hmm.
But you said that they didn't get in.
They did not get in. No,
It's probably magically protected then.
most likely.
That it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say the professor seems like a pretty smart guy. I'm pretty sure he'd put a magic lock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can you just undo it, Ember?
I'm sure I can.
Right.
Magic lock.
No pressure or anything.
Yeah, isn't there like a keyword or something for
Arcane
that spell, so we can just all
lock
get
is the
through?
Yeah,
That's what it's called. Arcane.
You can set a password for the arcane lock.
Yeah, so we should all know it then, right? At least people.
It is
He
at
might
this
not have
time
told us
you
before
all
now.
hear a very loud echo throughout the flint and steel.
I'm gonna go investigate.
Anywhere specific?
Like above us or
Above you.
probably above us. We're in the basement.
Okay.
Okay, look up alarm on face. Go check it out.
Yeah, I'll go check it out. Somebody should stay down and watch the patrons and our staff.
Are they tied up right now,
I'll
or
stay
are they
back.
released?
They were kind of just, too scared to even
Sheltering.
try to take act. They were,
I'll hold
They,
that.
they
I'm
didn't
going
need to
to
be tied
attempt-
up. They knew if they were trying to do anything, they were just, done.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm going to stay with them, and I'm going to try and keep everybody calm, and mayhaps just try and get them out of the building in case
Yeah, keep them
something
calm.
happens.
Maybe like a magic trick or something to detain them.
Yeah,
Maybe not
Yeah.
out of the
Try-
building, right?
Not out of the building yet.
No,
Okay.
not yet.
we don't know where safe yet is. Try this. I'll give you a couple of rocks and use my magic tinkering to make them emit like white noise, like soothing sounds.
Sounds of the ocean.
Sounds of the ocean.
Yeah,
You guys
that
hear
kinda
like the
stuff.
sounds of like
Sounds of,
waves and like some like seaguls overhead.
Sounds of
Very
calm
peaceful.
thunderstorms.
Welcome to the
Awesome.
beach
Maybe that's
episode.
inappropriate.
Yay! Oh,
Yeah.
Demas is gonna be
This
pissed.
All right, so you guys are going upstairs to see what the knock was. Yeah.
Yes.
Except
Yes,
for
yes.
Sam. Okay, so you go upstairs and you go out of the storage room. You go up the stairs and the door to the office is still locked. Still closed. What do you do?
Yeah. Okay.
Professor,
So open
Is
it up.
coming from there?
Wait.
You just heard it above you, so you don't know if it like
Okay.
came. It's just one knock.
So yeah, we should probably get through that door. And then Shadow will go check the rooms. Like the rest of the rooms.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check, Shada. The rest of you are gonna go
All right.
try the office.
Yep.
Okay, so you go to the office. It opens up as you turn the knob.
I rolled an 11 on investigation.
just on its own or
On its
Uh-oh.
own.
because the
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no.
The room is ransacked, and
You're kidding.
there is a side door that kind of leads to the overall vault full of the chests and other money. Stepping out of the room, you see a white-haired man with glowing blue eyes.
Oh, that's him.
Well,
Sorry.
an
I probably
arcane
should-
lock. Very clever. In his hand, he's holding the scorched earth.
Oh.
Now, I suggest you all stay perfectly still. You wouldn't want me to go and destroying your little shop now, would you?
I'm right or die.
Ride or die, bitch.
In a flash, he begins to wave his other hand, and in a flash of blue light, he disappears from the room.
Counterspell.
You're gonna counterspell? Go ahead and roll against teleport. It's a level 7, so DC 17.
Okay.
Plus 7 to.
I
feel like Ember
one
would
more
be
flash.
disappointed.
I have one more
20.
flash of genius.
Okay.
Doesn't even need it.
Okay,
Doesn't even need it.
24. Yeah, that is. That will go. So as he begins to wave, he goes, fine, if that's the way you want to do it.
I'm hurting right now.
Fight.
I don't know if this is the way I would do it.
Fight.
Okay, wait. I have a question.
Yep.
Are we still not able to use our level 13 stuff?
You have not taken
We
a long
haven't
rest
rested
yet.
Damn it. Okay.
Give me one
I am
second here.
close to death.
Deaf.
I'll stabilize you.
He
When
is
you
out
get-
searching
That's
the
reassuring.
rooms.
At
Just
this point,
Hold on.
it might be.
Hold
Go.
on.
Okay.
I gotta
Hold
get the
on
map
now.
set up. You don't have your spiritual weapon anymore. It's been a minute.
Oh.
Okay. Let me move the tokens. Here. Shotty, you're out searching the rooms. And you all are. You can go ahead and move your tokens wherever you believe they would be in the room. Jack, you should have control over Ember's token. So as,
I'm gonna just hide mine.
as this happens, oh, and Sam's not in here either. He's downstairs.
Yeah, I just put me down
Off the
here.
Okay,
Yeah, there we go.
so as he begins to teleport out, Ember counterspells and he's like, like, fine, that's what you want to do. That is what we'll do. You watch as his form begins to shift. His scales begin to come out onto his body, and he begins to enlarge.
Oh god.
Shauna, you hear the sound of wood splintering, and the whole tavern begins to shake and rumble as he begins to turn into his true draconic form. Just the entire Aiden's old room up right above this office is just completely obliterated. Like, and now there's like a whole gap in your tavern.
Ah, fuck. That's gonna be so expensive.
That's right. I'm stressing out right now. Over the
Yeah, the staff seems to have melded
priorities.
with his form.
Oh my god.
Do me and Sam hear this commotion?
Oh yeah,
by the
you
way?
all hear this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. You notice as like he goes, he has a number of scars across his face. One of his eyes is like this milky white color. He has these horns that go out from his nose, but like the one right behind the front one is broken and like off. This dragon has seen a number of battles in his life. There are runes glowing on his form, as he's adorned himself with the arcane. Very large and intimidating. So we're doing this. I need everybody
We don't have to do this.
roll initiative.
Yeah, okay.
We're doing
This
it.
is intimidating, guys.
Think about it. I know that it will do a big hit on us
Okay.
financially, but 'cause I know
We can't afford to let him have it.
we're gonna
Okay.
win, and then we can sell his body parts.
Oh, gosh.
And then easily
Are we
make up
going to
like
win?
40%. Yeah, I believe it.
So much of my stuff is
We will win if we believe in the power of friendship and also this gun I found.
Oh my god.
Sorry, that's campaign 2. My bad.
Spoilers. Okay.
Okay, he rolled a 0. Are you serious? Oh,
No, he didn't.
oh my god. How could you rob me like this?
Ooh, 27.
I also need to roll.
I think How do you get a 27? Jeez.
I don't know, but the the first person that's below him's not even up there right now, so.
Okay, so is everybody? It's actually supposed to be a 23.
Oh.
Still high.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Top of the round. Giramore the Storm is going to. Yeah, he's gonna make a breath weapon attack against the party. As he his wings flare up, and you guys watch this this electric energy begins to spark around his mouth as he opens up his maw, showing a number rows of teeth with some meat hanging off of them as well. And right towards Ember, Jack, and Elif, I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No. Okay. That's a 6 for Ember. Sorry, Ember.
Elif got an 18.
That's a fail.
I'm fine.
That's a fail?
24.
An 18 is a fail?
You barely saved, Jack.
Yeah.
So Jack, you're going to take no damage, but Elf and Ember are each going to take 86 points of lightning damage.
Holy shit! Well, I hope y'all got new character sheets.
Well, give me a second. I'll remake one in the time that it takes to finish. Maybe we all can just move on.
Holy shit!
Maybe we all can
just like this. And Shada, you watch as these rooms down the hallway just are obliterated by this electrical energy.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Hey Jack, Ember has absorb elements.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
all right.
hey.
Ember's gonna take a reaction and use absorb elements.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull a Yoda on this Palpatine.
And
Just
you watch as soon as he has done that breath weapon, the energy is once again coalescing around his maw.
No.
Oh no.
Zart, you are currently downstairs in the basement.
I am.
Are you running up to the battle?
Not currently.
So you just heard this. So I need to know what your character's doing, because if you're staying in the basement, you're fine. But if you're gonna join the battle, it's gonna take you 3 rounds to join.
I'm probably gonna help try to evacuate everyone that's down in the basement first before I join the battle.
All right. So they are all scared. Make a persuasion check, trying to persuade everybody to leave.
Ooh wee. Oh, that's gonna be bad. I only have a +1. 11.
Oh,
11.
no.
All right. So what are you saying?
I feel the rumble and I go, I don't know what that is, but I think now is as good a time as ever to get everybody out of here.
We'll die down here. They're not moving.
Yeah, no shit. Let's get out.
They're gonna start heading towards the ladder. Okay, Sam, what are you doing?
I will attempt to help persuade and get them to go speedily out.
All right, go ahead and make an intelligence check to see if you're wisdom, to see if you're able to figure out the best course of action to take and how to get
we really should have reversed the order on this, because my persuasion's much better than my intelligence.
And my wisdom is better than my persuasion.
It was intelligence or wisdom?
You said wisdom.
Wisdom.
I said wisdom.
Wisdom check.
Oh yeah. So just a straight
okay. Well, I don't have proficiency, so it's the same thing. Sorry.
Oh, okay, so 11.
Oh,
I
boy.
mean, up the ladder and out the back is the best method that you could think of.
Right. Also, be sure to go swiftly, but don't trample each other while the building falls down around us.
Okay. All right. Shada, it is your turn.
You'll find your exit at the front and the
damn
sides.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
Right, bonus action.
Save it
right,
down
right,
yet?
during the third double spell slot.
Oh
Okay.
god. Give me 1 second.
Get your second win.
Alright, so I do not have my second win because I used it already during the fight.
Damn.
Oh god.
Yeah, which is, not good.
That's not good. Not
Not-
good.
At all. However,
You have the
Elko, so
rock
you
hammer.
remember when you remember when you pointed out that I had a potion of healing in my backpack?
Yeah.
I realized that one of them was unused.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to use one of my potion of greater healing.
That is
Great success.
44 plus
Bonus
4,
action, right?
and that is a bonus action.
Okay, 44 plus 4. Let me roll that really quick. All right. That's 17. It's something. That's all I
Yeah.
can say.
Yeah, for sure.
Ah, goddamn, I'm so conflicted right now.
Oh my god. This is
Right.
something. I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can
Do
only
these
move
walls
one.
over here, like right here, do these still exist?
I would say from where Jack is, north has been,
Obliterated.
let me go ahead and draw an area of where this, right like that. That's all gone.
Oh my god.
And also
Okay.
the
So-
entire area of which he is, large creature. Like that part of the the walls, the ceiling, just destroyed.
So, with skill and agility, Shadow can get up here, right next to our moon dragon friend.
You see a missing wall and Jack and Ember standing in your way.
Hmm.
What's happening? Okay,
Big scary dragon.
One of them's still here.
oh, that sucks. Yeah, I can't do much from here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if they're my way, then that's kind of just it.
That's your turn.
No,
You can still do
are we
Eldritch
in?
Blast or something.
you can move through us. Or, yeah.
I could. I can't move anymore. Unless
okay.
I dash, and then if I dash,
Right.
I don't have my action. Can Eldritch Blast? Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for Eldritch Blast.
Can. All right. Yeah. Let's do that. Boop boop boop. That's a crit.
Okay.
27.
Nice.
Which.
So the crit will hit. The 24 will hit.
Okay. So that's 17, and then what? That's 31,
Another
right?
7.
So 31 total.
34.
No. I'm wrong. 24. Yeah.
24. Okay, so it's 17
24, yeah.
plus 14, so 31. Right.
No,
The
because
14
they added the crit
wasn't a
damage
crit.
Oh,
on.
okay. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, so correct. 24. Got it.
Math. Oh boy.
Oh, my mind today. Okay, yeah, that's gonna, it hits once, hits twice, hits him across the face and hits in the neck. Sparks kind of flicker out from the mouth as he looks right in the direction where those came from.
Oh.
Anything else for your turn?
No, it's I use my bonus action in action. That's it.
Okay. Uzescu, it's your turn. Kelman's on deck, followed by Jack.
Okay, I'm going to channel Divinity Twilight Domain immediately.
Okay,
Right
let me
away.
go ahead and
That, and I will also cast Shield of Faith using a first level spell slot. That is my last spell slot. So that's concentration up to 10 minutes, gives me an additional 2 AC, which brings me up to 20 for a little bit.
cool.
And yeah, also that 30-foot radius Twilight Domain. Ending my turn in it, I get some temporary hit
Why is the
points.
radius on Jack?
I don't
That's
know.
a good question. 13,
We look so similar.
Just mind your business. That's why.
16. There you go. Oh. Okay. I've got 10 hit points from the last fight that I never lost, so I'm just gonna keep what I have here and end my turn.
Okay.
It's Kelwin.
At the end of your turn, it is going to use a wing attack. I need Elif, Ember, and Jack all to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Got it.
Okay, here we go. That's a 5 for Ember.
5 for me too. So.
Oh boy.
Bro.
Nice.
And Jack's got a obnoxious 20.
All right,
30,
so all of you fail.
Oh no. Okay.
Jack's not used to failing dex saves.
Nope.
So this is
buddy.
Okay.
16 points of bludgeoning damage, and all three of you are now knocked
Cool.
prone.
Uh-oh.
3.
Okay.
Did we take damage?
Yep. You took.
16 points.
Yep.
60.
16.
16.
1
Like I
6.
was about to say.
You are all
Mhm.
prone. and it is going to fly here, kind of just like destroying the room as it does so. Right next to Elif.
Hey, buddy.
No, no.
No,
Alright.
don't do that.
I rebuke. Not really, but you know.
You
Sure.
can Hellish Rebuke as your reaction.
Actually, yeah, I would like to do that.
Yeah.
As a reaction.
Let's go.
Let me roll that real quick.
Needs to make
Wow.
that spicy deck save.
I got a
Okay,
20.
dump that. Nice.
All right, so it's a deck save, right?
Yeah, of 18.
All right, and it's going to use its legendary resistance to automatically succeed.
Oh my god.
So it's going to take
Okay.
9 points of damage instead.
That's fine. That's
Well-
one resistance done.
Yep.
All right,
All right.
it is now Kelvin's turn.
Okay. First, I'm going to cast haste on Shada.
All
I
right.
think that makes the most sense. And then I'm gonna run up here through the doorway. Right there.
Is that stable ground?
It is.
Okay.
It is not.
So-
So as you're walking over there, Calvin, the ground is kind of buckling and cracking. It's very unstable. I need you to roll a percentile, roll a d100, and
Okay.
if you get a 30 or below, you're going to fall through the floor.
Okay.
Hey.
Alright, so lucky enough, probabilities on your side. It's stable where you are for now. You're kind of walking on thin ice.
Okay. Then I don't think this is gonna do much, but it's better than nothing. I'm gonna use my bonus action to tell Penny to try shocking the dragon with shocking grasp.
Okay. It is immune to lightning damage.
Of
course it is.
Denying him his
That's
reaction.
like 70% of my.
No.
Is that your turn?
The lightning dragon.
Bonus. Yeah, that's it.
All right, it's gonna make a tail attack against you, Cullen.
Okay.
That is going to be a 28 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. That is going to. Oh, that was a horrible roll. 14 points of bludgeoning damage it just feels like basically it's this little zzz in its rear, and like the tail just whips around and just smacks you right into the chest.
Okay.
All right. Is that it's gonna be now Jack's turn? Ember's on deck.
How many? Wait, never mind. That happened after my turn. I was gonna ask
Yeah.
how many hit points I have now.
Cool. Jack uses half his movement to stand the hell up. He's going to run up. He's going to sort of do a quick kind of somersault over Ember, like over his back.
Okay.
Ember's still like struggling to his feet. Yeah. And he's as he's doing so, he unsheaths his rapier and green flame blade. Let's go. Come on. Oh my god, 16 to hit.
16 will not hit.
Oh yeah.
No. Okay, cool. So bonus action dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into this room,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
All right. It is now Ember's turn.
Ember is going to also use half his movement to stand up. And he's going to put his hands together, and then 9 magic missiles will show up because he's going to cast a magic missile at whatever the hell level he has to.
Okay.
Let's
That's
go
sixth
with
level
a
or 9?
let's go with a 6th level magic missile, and I believe that that should be 9 of them. So I'm gonna roll real quick. They're all gonna collide with the dragon, doing 81 points of damage.
You watch as one of the runes on the dragon's body flares to life, and it's gonna cast shield as a reaction.
Of course it is.
Oh.
That's a glyph of warding.
We're dead.
It casts shield.
Okay.
It's too late to counterspell, isn't it?
You can try. It's if you want to cast counterspell, you can. It's just it
And
takes your
what?
reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, Ember would love to cast counterspell at that.
Okay, yeah. So it does not have a reaction to cast counterspell against your counterspell. So go ahead and roll the damage. It's 1 roll times. Okay, so 81 points of force damage.
81 points. Yeah.
Okay.
Good to know it's got shield though.
Oh my god.
Okay, so and now Ember is going to now waltz out of the room. 1, 2. He's gonna use 10 feet of his movement.
It's
That's
gonna
about
take
as
it.
much as he's got.
Doesn't have an opportunity attack. Never mind.
No reaction.
Okay.
No reaction.
Is that
Oh.
your turn?
That's Ember's turn.
Okay. So it's now Malonai's turn. She's going, oh, Leota, forgive me. And you watch as her skin begins to turn purple. And she
Nice.
is going to grow to the full.
Oh yeah,
her full
we have a
shape
dragon.
of her draconic form.
Oh,
You look as she has these gold adornments around her neck. Her spines down her tail are not attached to her body. They're like levitating an inch off of her body. Just these kind of glittering in the torchlight of the flint and steel. Beautiful and fucking. She's a moonstone dragon, so she's like this gold. Not this. She's this not purple. She's blue and green, like kind of like an oil slick almost, in how her scales, but not as dark. She is going to. There it is. She's going to use her moonlight breath, and going to direct it up and angled so it hits that. So he's going to take half damage. So that's 7d10. He's going to take 18 points of radiant damage as like this silver boom just like forms into a sphere in her mouth and just launches out in a line. So yeah. Okay. All right, and that will be her turn. Let me roll for her recharge. Doesn't get it. Okay. It is now Ella's turn, and then we're back to the top of the round with Giramore.
Is it possible to be like standing under her little moon dragon?
If
Can I
you're
see?
like if you're on the outside of the square, I'll say yes.
Because I want to teleport like here.
Okay.
I can't really see here, and it's too far.
Yeah, so you
So,
can teleport like right to that front line where she's occupying space. She's large enough for you to do that.
I will go ahead and use my Misty Step as a bonus action and get there. And I should be prone still, but I should still be able to see him, right?
Yeah, with how much of the room he's destroyed, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna use Finger of Death as my action.
Okay, and that does force damage, right? With a save.
Necrotic?
Oh, I'm thinking disintegrate. Could you put the spell in chat, please?
Yeah, let me find it.
Finger of Death.
How do I put this into the chat, you guys? I found it.
It's just a link to VTT in the corner of the spell. Something like that. There should be a red button. Let me see if I can do it for you. Anyway, what's the save against it?
Constitution for 18.
18? Alright, it's going to roll for that. I have like 3 books in front of me because there's so many different creatures. So
Yeah, I got the.
that is a 24.
Okay. So you should only take half of the damage, but let me roll it anyway.
So 78 plus 30. Ooh.
70 plus 30
Yeah,
is a
it's
ton.
58. So
58, so that's
He'll take
29.
29.
All right.
Oh. Oh yeah. I've got some Twilight Domain health to give to some people.
Yeah, everybody that went after you, right?
Stay tuned.
I already had 15.
14 for
or six-
Ember.
You can either choose to keep the 10 hit points or replace it with a new.
Yeah.
This one's for our Moon Dragon friend, 16 temp hit points.
She'll take them.
And for Elith, 18. Nice.
Okay.
None.
Giramore is going to look in the direction of Elith, Hugh, and the Moonstone Dragon and fire its lightning breath along that wall right here. So I need Ember, Hugh, and Elith all to make dex saves.
18.
Malonai is going to use her legendary resistance to automatically succeed. And what was Ember's dex save there, Jack?
It's going to be a natural 20, 21.
That will still fail.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Ember is looking a little hurt here, I'm going to say. Yeah, hit me. Hit me. Fight me.
So you all are taking full damage. Except for Malonai, and that is 84 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god. Oh.
And it's at this point he's going to turn and begin to fly away.
Ember uses his reaction to use absorb elements. Oh, okay.
He can't because
He can't use counter spell.
Oh, wait, he's counter spell. My mistake. It's true.
So Ember
Thank you.
is Ember up or
Ember is down.
Down.
Ember's down. If he took 86 points, he's down. Down,
Elif,
down.
are you up?
I'm gonna go down, but I'm trying to find my thing that won't let me come up.
It is a
So-
Constitution saving throw. The DC 10, I believe.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, you're joking. Out of 5.
Elif and Ember go down. Malonai took quite a bit of damage as
no.
well. And Garamore is going to be like, you made this choice. And he's going to begin to fly away. Taking his full movement to fly. That is 80
Am I
feet.
close enough for an
Yeah,
opportunity
you get an
attack?
opportunity attack.
Okay. It's. Oh, wait. Oh, no. These do thunder damage, not lightning. Okay.
That is going to hit.
Okay. Too bad I didn't take Sentinel.
Man.
Well, okay.
Okay, so he's running. He's fleeing.
He's turning and he's going. So he flies out. The entire western half of your store is done. It's kind of like very unstable, like to be out in the area. So he flies away, and that's gonna be his turn. But we're gonna go ahead and end combat though.
Okay. As soon as initiative ends, immediately casting Spare the Dying twice on both Ember and Elith.
Yeah, Jack's gonna help Ember.
I also. Oh. How fast is his movement?
Garamore's?
Well,
It's 80 feet.
Fine.
I guess it's not. Might not necessarily be fair to ask that. Or I guess I can see how far he moved.
Yeah, you're watching as now alarm bells are being raised throughout the city.
I guess.
No, that's not the right one.
Well, that's a lot of attention. Damn. So they got the thing.
Can I,
and
I
you
don't know.
guys watch as another beam of electric energy whelms up as he's flying over the city. People are panicking. You hear shouts, learning around, and you watch as this beam of lightning tears through a good portion of the city, just like tearing up cities. Sparks are flying. People are screaming. It's now starting to fire within the market district.
Oh.
And
Oh God.
Oh, wow.
you just hear him
Okay,
laughing
I was-
and echoing as he is flying through, just throwing his breath weapon wherever he can as he leaves the city.
Okay, so are you guys like all wanted here? Is that something we should be concerned about, or should we
Yes.
Yes.
We should be concerned about that.
we should
Very- we
probably
should
leave?
very-
Let's grab Elith and Ember. They're still unconscious, but I stopped them from bleeding to death, so we should just leave right now, for sure.
Yeah.
There'll be looting
Shadow,
here in a moment.
grab Aleph.
And also the staff. Grab the staff too.
Jack,
No,
make a
the-
perception
The staff,
check.
he took the staff.
Oh, wait, no, I thought we were referring to like the staff members of the bar.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, let's take those staff. Let's go.
23 on the perception check.
I'm gonna.
As you're
Heal
looking
Ember.
out, okay, noted. Kellen, go ahead and roll for that. Jack, as you're looking out and seeing these like flashes of blue and then followed by this flickering of red throughout the city, you look down the street and kind of shuffling towards the flint and steel, you see the form of Elviron.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Oh,
Byron.
this-
Elviron, the
Hey,
I'll wave down to him.
I'm getting there
You-
as fast as I can. I got a little lost.
Well, you're too late, I'm afraid. That thing just took the staff.
Oh, there's another beast behind you.
Don't worry about that one. She's with us. You might want to change back. I'll say to her.
Right. She kind of like, you know, her blue body with her like these green wings and like this green frill along her neck and down to her chest kind of reverts back to her, you know, her nice blue and green hair and fair complexion.
Okay. Now, in the meantime, is there like an open flame right now in the establishment, or is it mostly stabilized?
Well, the flooring is like it's like someone sliced down your tavern in a architectural design, and you're just like seeing from the inside, the side view, like, oh, this is what it looks from the side.
They did a goddamn cross section on the bar.
Yeah.
After a few moments, Elviron does come into the tavern and finds his way up the stairs. At this point, the streets are being flooded with people screaming. The guards are starting to be mustered. You hear shouts to the Runstead Manor.
Okay. All right. So, Jack's backing away from there. Just come up here. We need your help if you can.
Okay.
Elviron.
I'm coming. I'm just to make this way
All
up the
right.
stairs.
In the meantime, everybody, I think we should grab what we can and prepare to leave this place. I'm hoping it's not a goodbye forever, but and Jack is recalling the interesting magic items that were downstairs, and if there are any still there.
I mean, the shop was right
whole
below
shop,
the
yeah.
office.
Yeah.
It's probably there's a lot of wood kind of like fallen down along with the stone of the foundation, but you can go search it to see if you can find any items.
Sure.
Treasure.
Oh.
So
At this
Um,
point, we'll
I'm gonna-
be out of the basement.
I'm gonna go help him since I asked some of the staff to make that dagger for Jack
At
before we
this
left the
point,
lieutenant.
all of the
Oh.
most of the patrons have left the cellar and they're now running into the street as people are now panicking, like shoving into each other. You watch a man fall over and he begins to get trampled as the crowd is just rushing up the street. It's very disorganized and panicked.
I dart forward to try and bodily block people so that the guy can stand up.
Make a dexterity saving throw to see how quickly you can weave through this crowd. The staff comes up and you notice that Eula and Sheila are just crying. This is our home.
Okay, that is a 14.
Yeah, it's hard. The man, let me go ahead and roll and see if he takes enough damage to be knocked unconscious.
oh my
Yeah, he falls unconscious by the time you get to him, and it's just like there, a little bit of blood bleeding out of his ear.
Gotcha. I try to shield him as best I can so that people can't trample on him.
Okay. So he's gonna roll saving throws if you don't have anything else to do. That is a natural 20 and a 16. So he's stable. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Also, looking out the street, you see a road figure kind of like raising a staff to the air. And he's yelling, "We told you they would come! Our dragon lords!"
Oh my god.
Oh, I have a
Please.
question.
Smite these down, the non-believers!
Shun the non-believer! Shun!
Everyone gets roasted.
I got a little turned around and confused in the city. Along with gathering a lot of ice takes quite a bit of time at my age.
I have a quick question
For who?
for DM.
Yeah.
Did the dragon leave, or is he flying around and causing destruction still?
He did a couple rounds throughout the city, and he's very large, very easy to spot. And he just did line after line of this lightning throughout the city. There were a couple bullets that were fired at him, just kind of nicked off the armor. City was not prepared for this.
Okay. If he's gone, then it's too late for what I had in mind then.
Okay.
I know I'm unconscious or whatever, but how is the city not prepared? Y'all know this is a problem.
Because you forget they
Crazy.
rather deny than acknowledge and prepare.
It's so
Yeah.
weird.
Mhm.
So weird.
Okay. How's it going down in the shop, DM? We're kind of looking through,
Make an
just gathering
investigation
what we
check.
can, I suppose.
With
Yeah,
advantage.
You mind if I look, Jack?
Yeah, sure.
Can you help me? Okay.
Oh, you're gonna look? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, if we're helping each other, one of
Yeah,
us.
I guess
26.
you can roll.
So 26.
Yeah,
there
we can use it.
Yeah.
Your manage is where the majority of items are. You do find 2 potions of superior healing among the crack bottles, and there's also a +2 longsword. You do,
Benefiting exactly. No, maybe Shadow. All right, go on.
and
Sorry.
the whip as well. +1 whip.
Is
Oh.
there any?
I'll take that.
Okay. Is there any sign of the griffin claw, even if it's not completed into a
The
dagger?
dwarves are there. You left Cataran a few days ago. They haven't had the time to make the dagger, but they still have
Okay.
the claw.
I'm gonna say, given the circumstances, I think that's a project I'll take on myself. I appreciate you maybe trying to do it, but you guys should probably go elsewhere to stay safe for now.
I have any spare arrows by chance? Just anywhere.
Make an investigation check.
All right, bet.
We don't know
22.
we don't know where to go. You find
Hey, just,
about 10 arrows, Sark.
Sweet. Appreciate it.
Just something to consider here. The
We
dragons
should-
come. They've taken what they were looking for. They probably won't come back here again. Does the building look like it's sturdy enough for people to stay in? Could conceivably people stay there and now start beginning work on reconstruction?
Make an intelligence check.
The second floor ground was unstable, at least in one room.
Amber rolls a 20.
So the western section of the store where the shop, the office, and now your room, Jack, was, and the forge is destroyed. It may be able to be, as far as the rest of it is concerned, it's stable for the most part. And with some quick dwarven work, it could probably be stabilized to be repaired completely.
Maybe they don't have to evacuate entirely.
Well, we could give them a little bit of coin for an inn if they need for a few nights while it's being repaired.
There was something important I had to tell you. I just doesn't quite come to mind.
All right. Well, hang out with us until you remember, will you?
Yeah, better leave.
Does it have anything to do with dragons or a magic fire staff?
It was a magic fire staff.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelwin.
Hmm?
This might not be great timing, but can I ask you for that half plate?
I thought I technically gave you that before.
Okay.
I may not have had time to put it on before this happened, but I considered that I gave it to you.
That's right. It appears that there will be an opening to the elemental plane of water within the next 2 weeks. It was from the alignment of the cosmos and whatnot. I did quite a bit of math.
Within the next 2 weeks? Like, it could be between now and 2 weeks from now?
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks,
Any
okay.
idea where?
Precision of language is not my strong suit.
Right. Okay. Well, that's something.
Any idea where specifically?
The lake in which the vortex opens is located near the city of Ashtar in the little lake, where dragons currently have domain.
Ashtar. That's in.
It's in Caravel.
Cerebral Federation.
Caravel, sorry. I don't know, I've never been there.
I did get an update. There are a number of delegations and world leaders and restored meeting these past few days. As well.
I see. I mean, this calamity could affect all of them. Are you saying perhaps that we may have some allies to consider here?
Well, I don't believe we've met. I'm involved in Great Cap, but perhaps you've heard of me.
You'll catch up eventually. But just go back just for a moment. What you just said about meeting with a circle of, you said spellcasters, elders, that sort of thing, councils, powerful people.
There's a delegation from the kingdom of Ayash, along with a Sekhmet theocracy, that are meeting with the young emperor and Restoria these past few days.
Oh, right. Okay.
Where's the next stop?
Along with Miss Lady Copperstone as well. A special request of Lord Grimbor.
What?
Yeah.
No.
No, I read
Your mother?
Yeah, my mother and my patron.
Do they know each other?
I'm in a game.
Didn't Shada tell us about his family being
Can't
threatened, or
speak
no?
too much anymore. Yeah, he would have. But we can't speak too much anymore because of what I have on me.
Okay.
And then he's gonna hold up the amulet with Eldritch essence.
Okay.
Miria was her name. That's right. That's along with a Mr. Luna as well.
Elviron.
Yes, a lot.
Do you have any way to keep her away from Grimbor?
I am not my true self. I cannot leave my tower. This is simply a artificial body that is being scryed upon to convey messages and run errands. That's how I get my groceries most days.
Oh.
Like I said, took an awful long time to gather the snow and ice required to make such a body.
Now I'm just curious as to why he couldn't have
When is this
scried
meeting?
like a mile upward and gotten his way around town.
Because you weren't here until about
When-
10 minutes ago.
So just to go back over Shadow's question, when is this meeting?
Yeah, when is this meeting?
They've been meeting for a number of days, the past 2-3 days.
You have that look in
And
your eyes, Shadow.
Miria, my mother, has been within close proximity to Grimbor for these past days.
I believe some enemies of yours will be there too, as well, such as the Minister of Information, of course.
Okay.
It's a matter of what you all prefer to do. If you like, I could bring you back to my tower where we can discuss this further and whatnot.
That would be appreciated, but first let's just reassure the staff and let them know what's going on. If you could just give us a few moments, and I think then we'll come along with you. Is that about right, everyone?
Yeah. But while we do that, I'd like to spend like 10 minutes doffing my old armor and donning my new one.
Okay.
Cool.
There's still a mass panic out in the streets.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about that. You watch as there's a few buildings beginning to crumble from the lightning that struck them.
Mm-hmm.
This place will need to be rebuilt sooner rather than later, probably. And I think people should stay here just to avoid any looting, just to show that there are folks here willing to defend it.
Would it be possible to try and calm the crowd a bit? Get them to flee in like a
Also-
specific direction?
Is any of the debris putting people in danger? Because if so, I would try to catch
Make a
shatter on it.
perception check.
Let's see how this goes. I might be adding my flash of genius to this.
I'd also at
Even
this
with
point,
that, it probably won't help.
an elven man
Got a
wearing
2.
a red and black robe walks into the area of which you are. He goes, "I knew you all return. Miss Norvaline will be happy to know that we found your location." Elviron waves his hand, and the elf just falls asleep and falls over. He goes, "I'm sorry, lad. We don't have time for that."
No.
Seriously.
You, Mr. What was your name? One who, Bowman. Go tie that man up.
Me?
I think he means you, Zark.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, all right, I'll go tie him up then. Does anybody have any rope?
I do.
I do.
All right, I need some rope.
What do you think, Shada?
Shadow
You
will just
biting?
hand the rope over.
All right, cool. I now have a rope. I'm gonna go tie him up now.
Okay. I'd like to go back inside and just find the staff members. They're still around? Still shaking?
Yeah, they're doing what they can.
Okay. Hi. Look, I'm sorry you were caught up in this. We all were. You don't have to leave here, and if you don't, if you feel ready to take on the responsibility of repairing your home, I can understand that. In fact, I think that may well be the best course of action. But I don't think any of us would ask you to stay and sacrifice your own safety if you don't feel comfortable. I think they won't return. I don't think they will. I think that they, as far as they're concerned, this is done. They got what they came for. So, this place, this building, it could be repaired. All it needs is some work. How are they taking that?
Make a persuasion check.
Sure. 30. 30.
It's like, this is our home, and we will stay.
Do we know where everyone outside is running to, or are they just kind of running amok with just the chaos and everything?
Just the crowd outside is just overall just full of panic. There are people just rushing in the direction of the Run Stand Manor, which is the keep of the city.
I think a couple of us might need to go outside to try to calm the crowd and try to get them to orderly get to the.
Yeah, I'm already out there, so I'm actually going to start. I'm going to try and very forcefully shout that people to stop, just that first, right? And then to follow it up with, look at what you're doing to this man, and I point at the man at my feet, who is
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. It's a hard thing to do to control a mob.
Right?
Oh no!
They're not listening to you. They're running. You get knocked around a few times.
I was afraid of that.
Running past you.
Okay then. I will now back this up by transmuting a fireball into thunder damage and firing it straight into the air to get people's attention. Will it increase the panic, or will it...
Make an intimidation check? This can either get like worse or it can get better.
Let's see.
Here's hoping.
Yeah, they just like so like the dragon's coming back for more, and they're like running. They're just running.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Even though it technically is for supposed to only technically give temp HP, could I go outside and use my inspiring leader feat to try to calm the crowd as well? To help Sam out.
As Zark, you're noticing this, and you watch as one of the towers, one of the bell towers, it begins to crumble inward, and begins to fall over, towards the mass of the street. What are you doing?
How many people are in the way?
The streets are flooded. It's a city, man.
Okay. I'm just. I guess I just try to yell, "Move out of the way" to everyone that's out there.
Make a charisma check.
In view of this,
Since I got a perception of 2 before, is his shout enough to get my attention?
Yeah, that you just it's really hard to like yell over all these people, and the tower just closes and it crushes a good 10, 15 people. Blocks the street, so now like one of the main street into the market is cut off from this tower.
did I hear this?
Yeah, you're also the city is quite loud outside, guys. You hear people shouting, you're hearing bells, you're hearing buildings starting to crumble. The dragon did quite a bit of damage before he left.
Question.
Shada would probably go outside, and if he sees that people are getting blocked off, he's going to cast Shatter on the wreckage to try to clear as much up as possible.
Okay. Gonna make a couple Arcana checks to see if you can see where this would be most effective, and see if you can save anybody. Ellis, you had a question? Make 3.
Ember and I, are we awake yet?
I healed
Ember is. You have not been healed.
16, a 7, and an 18.
Yeah, I mean, you have a few guesses. The way a building falls, all you're gonna do is make the rebels smaller. You could lower the impact and just injure people, but not kill them. So you can use your spell slots to do that if you'd like. In this immediate area, the building's farther off. There's nothing you guys can do about it unless you go over there.
All right, then yeah, I'll use a spell slot for that.
Sure.
And when he does that, I'm gonna run over and try to start pulling rubble off of people, just so I don't feel completely useless.
Make a strength check.
All right.
Were we keeping Elif and Ember during this time?
Ember's awake, and now Elif is too.
Not Ember. Shada still has Elif.
15.
15.
Can I get bonked?
I just did.
Yeah, and just healed you. You got 14 hit points back. Zark, yeah, it's taking you some time to move stones off. Those who are wiser than the mob mentality in the crowd are also beginning to help you. Some guards are now rushing over. Okay. You look over and you see a Leonin man that you have been described to as the captain of this branch of the guard.
Oh.
And he looks at you and goes, "Right now, we're allies." It's like moving this rebel off of people.
I have something I would like to do now that I'm awake.
Okay.
I would like to crawl, well, stumble. I don't know, I don't feel great. I'd like to get outside and on the broom and into an alleyway.
Okay.
And I would like to pull someone into the alleyway. Can I do that? That's just running in the city.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Make a sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Oh, also, I'm going to, shit, what is it? What's the thing called? I can't. Oh, I'm gonna summon my primal companion to help pull off the wreckage as well.
I got a 13.
And
A what?
13?
You, as people run by, you grab this woman by the arm and pull her into the alley. What are you doing?
I would like to cast Vampiric Touch on her.
bro,
Roll to attack with
Hello?
Vampire Touch. Armor class is 10.
Okay.
I got a 30.
Oh gosh.
bro, Elith is just fucking up this random
Was that
peasant. What is going
damage,
on?
or was that your roll to
That's
attack?
to hit. That's to hit.
Is that a
my
natural
God.
20?
Yep.
Yeah, double the damage dice.
All right, and I do 40 damage.
All right, so you get that back, and then this woman just like shrivels up like a Capri Sun pouch, drain of
We
liquid.
we just got the guards back on our side for a moment.
Bro,
I'm gonna roll to see if
Did
anybody
it
saw
out?
this.
bro, I
Did
can
it
heal you.
All right, so
We have healers.
I just rolled a perception check, but I'm not gonna tell you what it was. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
We're dead. We're screwed.
Okay, right away. I'm going to use a 4th level spell slot, my last one, to cast Aura of Life, and I'm just gonna start walking through the crowds of unstable people, and every 6 seconds, every time they start their turn, in my 30-foot radius, they all get 1 hit point.
Okay.
So it's just gonna start bringing people back up.
Awesome. I'll be helping those people stand up and get away from crowd.
Okay.
Ember's using Mage Hand to tidy up the tavern. Because he's not going to use his hands.
Go back to Elvyrin and ask about when do we need to go back to your tower?
It's really up to you. It's noble that you are helping these people. I remember when I was in my youth. and
Oh
we
my
helped a number of
God.
people.
It's not the time, geezer. Come on.
Indeed.
As soon as possible, I think. Let's just give everyone just about 10 minutes or so, and then let's go round them all up, right, Shadow?
Fucking Codger won't shut up. Jesus.
You watch as the wind begins to whisk around him, and his robe begins to flare up with the breeze of wind, and he begins to be lifted on the ground as he casts Fly on himself, and begins to assist with the efforts. For a man who's a little he is quite efficient with what he does. He's moving debris. He is stopping people in their paths to let other people pass. Quite efficient with his magics.
Jack would like to use Mask of Many Faces to disguise himself as a guard. And then, once he's done that, he'd like to go and try to address the crowd. Using Panache.
Okay. What do you say?
Citizens! The danger has passed. The dragon has been scared away. It has been routed. All thanks to these brave proprietors of the Flint and Steel, the city is saved for now. You are now free to return to your homes. You are safe, citizens. You have our assurances.
Okay, so go ahead and roll Panache.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Okay, so all this happened, I'm considering to be simultaneous.
Yeah.
And over the next 10 to 15 minutes of you all doing this work, the crowd does slow, it begins to dissipate, and things start to turn less into a panic and more into, we're all shocked. We are all scared. And eventually the streets, traffic is flooded. Not flooded, it's dissipated. And the guards begin to regain control of the city over the masses.
I would like for the next 10 minutes just keep disguising myself as different citizens and just start floating rumors of the champions of Cataran having saved the city.
During these 10 minutes, I would like to
Oh,
walk
I will
around
help him.
and
So
I'd
many
like to see if
rumors.
there's anyone who's like dying, who got like squished by rubble or something, and see if I can cast like spare the dying on them and stabilize them or something. Make up for
So anyone
karma.
who, through Hughescu's efforts, anyone who would have been unconscious and savable through healing, has been.
Well,
Nice.
then I'm just gonna meet up with everyone because that's about all I'm gonna do.
Is
You're looking better.
is the guard captain still around? Or is he taken off to like
He's
help out with the other efforts?
he's commanding, giving commands, but you see him kind of he's standing on the fountain in the center of the market.
All right.
We
Well.
saw
I think we could pin the blame for all of this on those dragon
No.
cultists.
yes, turn the crowd on them.
so
I like
as
that.
Guys,
he's giving orders, he sees you walk up, you notice someone has the symbol of a lieutenant on their armor. He says, "Take command," and he immediately just like makes a beeline for all of you over standing near the tavern.
Gotta go, guys.
Oh yeah, we gotta get out of here.
What
All right.
happened?
we were attacked. That's the truth of it.
Man.
You saw that great big beast, the blue dragon. They're able to disguise themselves in human form, and one of them walked right into our establishment, destroyed half the place, and commenced its rampage through the city.
I see. Why was it focused on your tavern?
Shit.
It was populated, and we were hospitable. We made the mistake of being accommodating. Mm-hmm.
We do have a reputation.
28.
Wow.
I'm sure renowned adventurers gain quite a reputation, and people often want to seek them out. That makes sense.
We have a history of being welcoming. Unfortunately, we were welcoming to the wrong person. We won't be making that mistake again.
No.
I trust the city is under good hands in your stead, in your hands. Are you? What's your assessment now? Do you think the city is capable of preparing for anything like that again?
We haven't been given the tools to be successful in this fight.
Well, it's about time you get those tools. We need something. The walls will need ballistae. You'll need spellcasters, things like that. You can't have been so unprepared. You knew this was coming.
We were told it was being handled. They wouldn't make it this far.
I suppose you were lied to then. I'm sure it wouldn't be the first time. I'm sorry. For the people's sake.
Just ask you feel some weight be like put onto your shoulder as Elviron has disguised himself to be a kind of like long bearded, missing tooth man with instead of his staff, a walking cane. His clothes are like, ratty and that of a beggar. And he's like, "Oh, the grandson, please allow me to put my support on you for a moment."
Do I pick up on this? Do I know this is him?
What's your passive perception to see if he would have done this while standing next to you?
15.
Yeah, you would have noticed it was him.
Okay. So I'm gonna play along, I think.
Hmm.
And I'm just gonna put my arm around him, just hold him up.
Oh, thank you.
All right, okay. All right, yeah.
And you're
I'd like
taking care of elderly as well.
We are. We are, after all, the champions of Cataran. Listen, the people who stay here, they're going to need all the protection they can get. because they're determined to stay and prepare their home. I trust they won't come under any further trouble from the guard. They are innocent of all this.
Side note here, Elif, you get 2d4 plus 2 of healing courtesy of the stream. So there you
Oh my
go.
god.
That was 2. Oh god.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
The guard looks at you, Jack, and says, "There's obviously some sort of curtain of deception being shed on this story. It's you won't have any trouble
Indeed.
from my guard, but I cannot speak for the ministry's own forces."
Of course. We'll deal with one thing at a time. We are determined to put a stop to this. You have my word.
Very well. I must return to my duties.
Of course.
He turns
I'll
around and
tip
is
my hat.
like, secure the market, and then we'll go and assess the other sections of the guard.
As he's leaving, Elith is just gonna start complaining. Like, if things aren't adding up, it's because he's being lied to by the superiors. That's why things don't make sense. That's why it feels like there's deception. This guy, bro.
Yeah.
I know that you just met me about 4 hours ago, but I would be willing to stay behind and watch after your shop while you're off. Of course, if you've solved this problem for us, it will also take care of our concerns as well.
This is our
Malona.
Moondragon friend.
Yeah.
You've proven yourself.
Don't you-
strong.
What about the white dragon you were tasked with looking after?
I believe that you might be finding him on your own journey sometime soon.
Well, granted, I'm sure the people here would be very thankful for your help. Do we have a way of reaching you?
And may I offer some advice? I believe you have some gardening to do before you go.
Oh, that's right. Seeds.
Yes. Who's got the seeds?
Here.
Elith has them. Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna pull them out of my bag. Where do you guys
Plant them next to the forge.
plant this? Really?
Yeah, the forge is pretty much in shambles right now. I mean,
Maybe they
there's
can
some open
redo
space
it.
next to it.
Ooh, maybe we could get Ember to send a message at some point, detailing our revision ideas. We could get some nice, window flowers, whatnot. But yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
start planting it by the forge.
Another thing that we can do, I mean, a lot of these boards are just kind of cleanly snapped in half, right?
Splintered.
That's splintered in half. Is that within the range of the mending spell? Could I save a lot of the materials?
Oh, no. No. It's completely decimated. That western section of the store is gone.
I mean,
Ground to powder.
The rebuilding of that part of the store is not within our priorities right now. It's more so the upholding of the remaining parts of the store.
Ellis,
Ember's
the
study
moment
too.
you plant the two seeds, the acorn and the maple seed, a tree springs from the ground about 30 feet tall. A variety of branches go out and they immediately grow and kind of begin to meld with the corners of the shop that are broken. Leaves sprout they have there's a soft glow to it as well. But you have a maple and an oak tree fully grown, currently taking up 2 of the destroyed corners, and
That's
Very
so
similar in the
beautiful.
architecture of the Feywild cities that you've seen, of how the branches are almost like naturally grown but shaped to take over part of like replacements of buildings in stone.
You guys, this is excellent. This is wonderful. These are
It's
perfect.
some
How-
beauty in the middle of a bunch of chaos.
How did she know that we were gonna need some interior design work and exterior design work?
Why did she help though? She didn't.
She
I'm sure
She did a bunch of other weird stuff, didn't she?
yeah, we did a couple of trade deals. Jack gave his eye, and we got Ember back from being petrified.
Well,
And
that
Sarah
was these were for trades in the market. You were given
really, these weren't from the
items
hack.
in the Summerland cities. The
She
Summerland
took-
city. You were
She
given.
took Sarah's skin
She took
or something.
So Baba Yaga took Sarah's skin and Jack's eye, and also some of Jack's hair. You got these seeds to plant in the Fey Cities market because you don't take money.
Mm.
So said we'll give you these items if you go get these flowers for me. If you plant these seeds when you return home in your own garden.
That was in the market.
Yeah.
Oh, huh. Okay, this whole time I thought it was Bobby.
For some reason I did too. I don't know.
Okay.
Either way, this is rocking, you guys. You said the leaves have a dim light, like little fairy lights.
There's a little shimmer to it, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Huh.
I'm loving that.
Oh, grandson, perhaps we should go inside. My knees are feeling awfully weak.
Yeah, I think we're ready. I'm starting to just gather the party and shepherd them over into the tavern. Let's
Alright,
go.
Grandpa, get in the tavern.
We've done what we can.
Quick thing. When I did the thing in the alley, I would have also liked to use my soul cage. So that's all. Thank you. Now I have.
Okay. So you killed a woman and you
Poor
took
random woman.
and
Took her
you
soul.
yeah. So you would have only gotten 20 hit points back because that's all they have. But that's the point of order because she's not like a level 5 person. She's just a person. She's...
No, that makes sense. I just needed a little re-up. But now she can join us in the adventure for a while.
Oh, good.
It's for 8 hours at least.
Yep.
She can join us in the adventure now.
Have a little laugh.
Woo, new party member!
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Oh, sorry, I prefer not to be recognized by anyone. I am quite famous. My name is Elvira Creek. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Yes, Elvira, we've heard of you.
Elviran.
Perhaps we should make it back to your tower.
That would be a good time.
It would be. All is well.
Just
yeah, what's up?
Before we do, we had some heavy things. The dragon scales, all that other stuff in the back of holding. We should probably put that away somewhere just to clear some space.
I don't think that here would be a great spot for that, though, because the vault is destroyed.
Couldn't we just spread them through other bags of holding? Yuzescu has one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do have a bag of holding.
Either or. We could stuff them in the basement. We could stuff them in the cellar if we wanted to. Because
Okay.
the study is kind of demolished.
I don't think anybody's gonna go barging into our basement.
Probably not.
Nope, and even if they do get inside, only weirdos are gonna stay. So
And we got our dragon friend here.
that's
There's just a quick consideration is that there will probably be looting for some time. It's not just crazy people who are going to be going through people's houses.
exactly
that,
what I mean about
and-
dragon.
Sheila at
Yeah.
this point steps forward, and she holds out her two knitting needles. She is, if anyone comes trying to steal from us, we'll take care of them.
I'm sure you will.
For those of you who don't know, Sheila is a rogue who is an older woman but uses knitting needles as her weapon, and she is
Nice.
quite formidable.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
Did you also have her be the
I mean,
one
she
that
protected the place
contacted
for
us?
2 years.
So she knew the sending spell or got someone to.
Eula's the one
To
who
her
knows the
scroll?
sending spell.
Oh, Eula did that. Okay.
Okay.
So they have some magic as well they can use to defend.
So Yeah. Also, Salkos.
Yes.
Nisa was the one that had a relationship with Lumiscon, right?
Right.
Okay. So Shadow's gonna go to Nisa really quick before they part.
Okay.
Nisa.
Yes. She doesn't look at you.
I'm doing everything in my power right now.
Okay.
I don't need you to be happy with me. I just want you to know that I care about him as much as you do.
I know.
It'll be better soon.
Hey, it's Ember.
Hey, Ember's here.
Hey.
Woo. We lost half the tavern. Woo!
And the
like
staff.
one third.
Like a third. Yeah, that's more like it.
More importantly, we lost the staff.
Oh, and the staff. Yeah, I guess there's that too.
Yeah, I knew.
Not for lack of trying.
I knew about the staff.
He's been watching.
I barely. The only bits that I saw were we fought the dragon and he stole the staff, and that's about it. Oh, I think we went to see Elviron, or he came to see us.
He came to.
Yeah.
He was running a little bit behind from your requests.
It's like a body double, though.
We'll catch you up during the break.
Yeah.
Are we ready to go now? I can open up the gate.
I
Sure.
believe so. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Did we drop
go.
off some stuff in the basement?
We'll see you did.
Have we
Okay,
long
cool.
rested?
No.
No, yeah.
Not.
Wonderful.
We'll get that chance.
Yeah, we haven't.
Cool.
Not yet. We're almost there.
Hey, everyone stand back, please. As I'm a little rusty. He like straightens up his back and he like cracks his neck. He cracks his back, cracks his knuckles. Does a little, shuffle, and then he holds out his hands, his one hand and staff, and both glow in immense light, and the light just kind of coalesces and gathers and opens up, and you just see it like it's like looking through a window or a doorway, and you see the very large glowing form of a orange tree. And you recognize it to be the interior of Elviron's tower. Too many to teleport, so I have to expend this for the day. So, after all of you.
All right. Sam will just kind of take a peek inside, and then he'll just waltz through like it's normal.
Yeah, it's like walking through a kind of a veil or a curtain. It's just sort of like one moment you're walking in the tavern, and next you're in this like arcane study with this orange tree in the middle, kind of growing up towards the ceiling. Books are floating back and forth. There is a number of rotating celestial models and other sorts of oddities and things of interest. Is everybody going in?
Yes.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
I am.
Yeah.
Sam will stare at all this, and his eyes are wide and uncomprehending.
So the last one to go through will be Elviron, and as he walks through, the gate closes, and Elviron is like a television, an old television being turned off. His form fades away from his body. The skin begins to dissipate and disappear, and what you see is almost like a humanoid-shaped sculpture of ice that immediately begins to melt into the floor. And coming down from the stairs is Elviron. I'm glad that you were able to join me. I'm glad that Samarak was able to find you as well.
Where are we?
Glad to see you remember us.
You're in my tower. You're safe here and free from any sort of spying that snake of a woman would bring here as well.
Well, once again, thank you. Would it be too much to ask if we stay the night? We don't have to be in your way at all.
No
we could just
bother.
get a moment to rest.
My children haven't been visiting me much these past few years. It's nice to have the company. I'll make some tea. Pardon me.
Thank you.
Such a nice old man.
Yeah.
Yuzescu definitely
Right.
wants to share some tea with him.
Jack's gonna go down and check on the horses.
They have been well attended to. You walk outside. It's actually very odd. You are not in the middle of a forest where the tower originally was. It's like this swirling vortex of nothing, kind of like around.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Alrighty then.
So no horses.
Pocket dimension.
The horses are there.
Oh,
It's like the tower and the land plus some that it was structured onto is now floating in a void.
Okay.
When Sam sees this,
paints-
he'll take one look, kind of raise a finger, and then he'll turn around to go right back inside without further comment.
strange place.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should maybe work on resting up. Those last couple fights were exhausting.
Yeah, agreed.
Perhaps we should.
Agreed.
We should talk about our next move, though, while we can.
Yeah.
That staff was important, wasn't it? I mean, I only heard about it, but it seemed very important.
They mentioned how they
Yes.
were trying to break a spell. Do we know anything about that spell?
Pretty sure it's the skill.
We know that it's keeping a dragon in the elemental plane of water captive. Something like that.
The staff has the ability to release the bonds of the dragon's constraints.
So what if we'd broken it here instead of where the dragons are imprisoned?
What do you say?
I said, what if we had tried to break the staff here instead? Would that have done any good?
If we had destroyed, yeah.
The staff's not so easy to break, my friend. Do I know you? You look different.
Yeah, I guess I do that now.
You do that.
He's discovered. They have discovered some
And then-
new abilities.
My face just kind of goes through different appearances, but I settle back on Kelvin.
I see. Well. The one that is imprisoned in the realm of water is Dazion Dor, the Thunderous Cloud. He is actually the twin brother of Giramor. Indeed, yes.
Thunder. Well, that's no help either.
Hey,
I mean,
Lar-
like,
And I fear that with 4 ancient dragons being out, they would be able to easily break the bonds of Morgaman of the Wastes.
And once all 5 are free, then they can worry about.
They will be able to free Veskar the Insatiable upon this world.
Indeed.
Yeah,
So, 2 weeks until the elemental plane of water is open. That's what you're saying? Is there any chance they could get there sooner than that?
According to my math, the proper alignment of the planes will happen upon that date, allowing it to them in through means they do not believe that they have the ability to enter through means such as gate or shift. Of course.
And neither would I. Or neither would we. Or we could go there sooner and stop them.
I
lay a
think so.
trap.
Probably.
Be that as it may, we have if we wait till that time, we have 2 weeks to prepare for a hell of a fight. In inhospitable terrain, I might add.
Are there
I don't know about you, but I can't breathe underwater.
I can make this breathe under. Well,
I
actually, I can make this walk on top of water. Never mind. Let me see real quick.
I do not mean to intrude on your personal business, but I am detecting a number of scrying attempts on this location. They're being blocked by my preventative measures. What have you brought into my tower?
Shadow's gonna step forward, and well, Lyron, I've brought a piece of our Minister Grimbor into the tower.
His mortal essence.
Yeah,
His soul.
I guess it was seen that way.
And why would a minister of the Empire not have his soul? And why would you have this in your possession to begin with? This is awfully curious.
So you're blocking the scrying in this tower?
Before you continue, do you like cream or sugar in your tea?
Cream.
Very well.
Sure.
So the scrying, he can't get through this tower, can he?
As long as I have life and my breath, no.
Alright, that means I could tell you. Well, our Minister Grimbor is a lot more powerful than he looks. Seems like a vampire of sorts. I don't know exactly. But I
knew they were real.
Poor decisions a few years ago, I made a contract with him where I give him service in exchange for power.
I see.
And he helped me fulfill one of my life goals, and in exchange I have to bring him this piece of himself so I could break my bond with him. Or so
what
he says.
What would that do, though?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking the old man.
It seems that he has gone through some sort of dark ritual to tie his soul to that amulet. He is a vampire of sorts, but more powerful than one. And have you considered that he may have infected his bestial essence upon any of the other officials in the ministries?
Not that we've seen. He
Wouldn't be surprised.
We weren't really looking for that.
Yeah, and not that we've seen, obviously, or not that we've looked for, but he's been, pretty close to the Minister of Information, has he not?
And the Minister of the Treasury.
And Treasury.
Are you familiar with those who are casters who cheat death in order to gain more power?
A lich?
Not particularly.
Yes, that is precise, and we can touch back on as to why you know that word. We'll put just a pin in that. But I believe that this is similar to a lich, but not quite one either.
So we have his phylactery.
In a way, but
want of a better word.
Rather, both objects, his body and this, must be destroyed in order to kill him. If upon destroying this item, you are able to kill him. He wouldn't be able to reform like a lich would, but the two are linked simultaneously.
So what do you suggest?
Throw it into
a volcano.
A Mount Doom. Do we have Mount Doom?
It's possible to destroy the amulet and then take battle to him. I'm not sure if you would be aware of its destruction upon it being done, but it's a matter of what you all would like to do. Do you plan on providing it to him, or do you want to end him?
Well, he seems like a thorn.
Then he what? he has the upper hand in every way possible.
Well, it takes away a vulnerability that he has, right? If he's in control of it.
Hmm.
Could something like that really be destroyed? How could that? How could we do something like that?
Well, the dragons seem to think they can destroy that staff, so I'm sure there's a way to destroy powerful things.
Are you as strong as a dragon?
No, I'm just saying it. It sounds like they exist.
You must first find what type of magic created such an object, just for to find the means of undoing it, to assist dealing with death.
Do you know of any being powerful enough to create such an object?
Death himself? Themselves?
I don't think Death made that for him.
I suggest you may want to seek out one of celestial origin to aid you with such a task. It's been some time since I've met a celestial. The last one I knew of was the previous guild master. But he is long since deceased.
He did help us quite a bit. I think I need to do some praying.
Me
To Mother
too.
Mistra.
To the Allfather member.
Oh.
I do have an altar to Mistra here within my tower if you want to do your prayers before bed, as I do, right, at 6 p.m. sharp, precisely.
Of course he goes to bed at 6 p.m. Why wouldn't he?
How do you tell what time it is with, and he gestures outside?
I see that you have found that I've since moved my tower to a pocket dimension. Quite useful.
Very. Extremely.
Extremely
Do you
useful.
control what time it is?
It is, I called it a favor.
Well, Elviron, do you happen to have a forge in this tower? Or it's not completely necessary, I'm just wondering.
Does your armor need repair?
It's for my prayer.
I do not have one, unfortunately.
That's all right. I could pray on my tools then.
Will our gods be able to, commune with us here in the pocket dimension?
I'm sure if he allows us to, right?
Yeah.
I think he can dictate what can pass through.
At this point, you kind of you don't get a response from Viren, and he's kind of looking down into his tea, and then you realize that he's just sleeping.
Oh,
All
thank
right.
goodness.
Okay.
Didn't get that tea into him in time.
Shada's gonna take his, take himself over to a more quiet spot, void of people, and
There's 4 floors to the tower. This is kind of the main area. Then you have the study upstairs, and then the top floor had this this sphere of light kind of shining, along with the teleportation circle.
Yeah, Shadow will go to the study and lay out his tools and start praying to Moradin.
Sure. Make a religion check.
Religion check. I am not good at this, but I need some guidance. Come on. All right. An 8. That's awesome.
Okay. You don't get any response.
Have we begun our rest?
Sam's going to go outside and he's going to expend the rest of his spell slots for the day just blowing up a random patch of ground.
Duly noted.
Is he okay?
We have seen this type of behavior before, and the last time it was a demon prince.
Does he like on the shelves around, does he have like anything that seems like a bit, harder than tea to drink? Cause
Make an investigation check.
all right.
Dark's trying to get drunk.
We be at our
I have a reason. It's not just because. Well, 20.
Looking around, you do find a bottle of brandy, kind of in this
Cool.
like this blue bottle with a diamond embedded into the cork. And as you pick
Ooh.
it up, you hear something like fall off of the shelf, and clink to the stone floor, and kind of like do this like the little rolling thing that oh, here it is. This.
Oh.
And you look down, and what you find is a double-sided coin, both heads.
Hmm.
And that is where we're gonna take our mid-session break.
Interesting. Interesting.
Hmm.
So
Yes,
everybody,
quite.
as the party begins to rest up from their very frightful encounters, bleeding over from the last session, we're going to take a few moments here to take a short rest ourselves, just for 15 minutes. So stay tuned. Don't forget that we are doing a dice giveaway tonight. The key word is going to be run. Okay, so don't enter it yet because it is not active, but we will get that up as soon as we go into our break. In the meantime, Jack, what do you got for us?
Well, for those of you tuning in, we have a YouTube channel. Be sure to check us out over at Prestige Encounters over on YouTube, and also you can find us as a podcast. As it turns out, you can just listen to us on your fancy little headphones. It is Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all that good stuff. So if you happen to be on the lookout for nice things to listen to with your fancy new headgear, you can include us on your list wherever you get your podcasts. Just look for Prestige Encounters.
All right, so thank you so much, Jack. So we will see you all soon here at our Twitch channel at Prestige GC. Stick around and enter that word "run" into the chat to be entered into the dice giveaway. Until then, see you all soon. Welcome back, everyone. So where we last off, the party had fought for very briefly a ancient blue dragon, destroyed part of the city, and made their way to Elviron's tower, where they are now doing some personal things and some discussions amongst themselves before they take their first long rest since returning from the Shadowfell. Champions, what would you like to do?
Right away, I'm going to begin casting Commune at the 5th level.
Okay.
I want to look at this coin that I've just seen drop to the floor.
I'm gonna put my
just gonna
feet
look
up
at it?
and start
No,
smoking a
pick it up.
pipe.
Okay, so Jack's smoking a pipe. Zark, you,
Okay, I'm gonna-
you pick up the coin that is a double-sided coin, both heads. And he's asking you, what are you asking for communion?
Okay, my first question to Saloon. Is there, in possession of our party, excluding the Deck of Many Things and Wild Magic, do we have any tools that can be used to destroy the essence of Eldritch?
Hold on a second.
What?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
So it's not like a okay, so it's not like a for sure yes or no thing. Okay. So you get a voice in your head briefly. It's no.
That's good. For my second question, if we were to return this essence to Veldritch, will he be empowered beyond what we can do to stop him?
For a moment, the all of the candles in the room flare up.
That's exciting.
Ember likes.
And keep the candles flared.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
That was okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna just assume that's a yes.
Why don't you ask if he's turned any other ministers into vampires?
Can we try to insight the answer instead of assuming?
Yeah, actually,
That
can
looked
I
like a
can I
yes.
do an insight on that like fire thing? Because I've got an insight of +10.
Make a religion check.
Religion check.
Okay.
For cleric, my religion is not great.
I will use my last flash of genius to help you on
So
that.
17. I mean, empowerment, flaring of a flame.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay. I will also use Bend Luck, spending 2 sorcery points to add 1d4 to that result.
Okay, go ahead with the D4. That
Ooh,
brings you up to a
4.
21. The answer is yes.
Oh, okay.
He will be empowered. Okay, for my third and final question, if we were to destroy this amulet, will he become like mortal and killable? And like within what we can do to like, you know, can we handle him at that level if we destroy the amulet?
That sounds like a multi-part question.
Maybe.
Come on, can we handle it?
So if you
Can we
destroy
handle-
the amulet, will he be within your ability to kill?
Yes.
The murderize.
To murder, okay.
To murder.
Murder. To unalive.
Unalive.
Would we be able to kill him?
Live in.
This is Twitch.
The forever bye bye.
The you do not get a response.
Ooh,
Ooh, so that would be an unclear.
that could be the result of your asking multiple questions.
I did narrow it down to 1. Do I still have the ability to ask my question, or did it like disappear?
That's it. Those are your 3 questions.
Up to 3 questions.
So I take it that last one was a unclear. Well, we can't give him this essence. I don't think. I feel like that's the wrong move.
Sounds, yeah, very dangerous.
Mhm.
Given that he's an enemy, and that would seem to make him stronger.
In that case, I need protection for my mother
Yes.
and
Remember,
Looney, if possible.
Would it be
Remember
possible to
the-
get them here? Would they be willing to stay here?
If I told her it was serious, I suppose she would. But
Could they be teleported here? Through
there
the-
is they're in Restoria. If we can get them to the college, like, we could teleport them here, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If we
I know the circle to this place.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you can just teleport them from anywhere?
I can
Mhm.
teleport them from anywhere.
Yeah. I would also like to get Gari to the tower. I don't
Isn't
mind.
he in Elviron's?
No, he's
He's
in the college.
here. Right? Oh, that's right. Never mind.
College, but I don't want him to be there anymore. Not right now.
No, he'll be safe among other dwarves, especially ones, that know magic.
Right. Quick thing. I would like to ask the soul that I caught. I would like to do a couple things.
Hey,
I'd
lady, wake up.
also
Yes, let's ask the rando.
yeah, no, I have a couple good questions. I'd also like to smoke the pipe. Pretty please.
And before you do that, Zark,
Oh,
you're looking
Yes.
at the coin.
It is a coin, yes.
It is familiar to you.
Oh, is it?
Both sides of the coin show the silhouette, or rather the profile of a woman.
Is it Tamora?
It's very similar to the coin that Denton kept with him as his holy symbol.
Oh,
God.
You're gonna make me fucking cry. Well,
is of
I-
iron?
So I look to
Oh,
I
that's
look to
weird.
Elith, considering she's one of the only ones that, like, wait, Elith's really one of the only ones that actually knew Denton, right?
Well, everybody
Oh,
except
among
for Hughes-Eskew and Sam knew
And
Denton.
Kelvin.
And Kelvin.
Kelvin
Oh,
just
no.
saw him briefly when they did the resurrection thing, but he doesn't really
Okay.
know.
Kelvin just saw him briefly when he tried to murder him. It's fine.
Yeah.
Also that. Also that.
That was
He saw when he
bad.
murdered him.
Oh yeah, and me too. I was
Probably.
there.
If he doesn't remember everything, maybe he thinks he was successful in killing Denton. I don't know.
Wait,
What
does
if
that
I-
also mean he thinks he might? Wait.
All right, so
What if I
pause.
make
Pause on
Sorry?
that, Zark. Elif, what were you asking your soul?
So I wanted to let me see what it's called real quick. It's called Eyes of the Dead. It's the one where you can see through the where they've been. I want to put her like go back to the city, go back to Cataran, and I would like to check the sky. And see if the dragon is still like in sight, like which direction it's going. Because to my knowledge, if they're going to either if they're gonna break the staff, then I'm just curious where they're gonna store it if they're not breaking it right now. And if they're gonna use it, I wonder where they're storing it.
Okay. So make a perception check.
Okay.
So what you're currently seeing is through this person's eyes just flashes of blue. There was a person on the opposite side of the room from her, and you just watch as this beam of blue electrical energy just like cuts through him and like disintegrates him before her eyes. And then from there, it's like any battle scene in any movie ever where the camera's just like all over the place and shaky as she's now trying to bolt out. What'd you get for perception?
I got a 18 plus 2, so 20.
20. So as you're looking, the dragon does fly to the northwest.
Okay.
I've handed you my pipe. It's a little skunky. Prestidigitation on the mouthpiece.
You said northwest or east?
Northwest.
Northwest.
Okay.
So towards like the ruins of Zalrin.
Are you serious? Are you kidding? Looks like we're gonna take an adventure trip, you guys.
Isn't that just a trip for us?
I mean, north. It's like northwest west. So like, if I were to
Lake is then to
Yeah, more like Ashton.
this direction.
Oh, to
towards the
that.
tower that we sent.
Just I'm
our
just gonna draw
level-
the whole line so it doesn't look like the arrows pointing anywhere. Just that's the direction.
Yeah.
crosses directly over the lake where that portal to the plane of water is.
You can change direction. You guys don't know. This was the direction you flew in.
Just pointing out that's in the same direction, okay?
So just to step back into the scene, I'm watching Elith as she's, I guess her eyes are clouding over. Is this how it's going? Or you see something interesting?
Very. We've got enemy movement to the what is northwest?
That's an interesting trick.
Yeah.
Can you make yourself see from anywhere?
No, just where the this poor lady was. I found her, you know, and in her last moments, I thought I'd give her 8 more hours of life. So, yeah. I guess we could ask her more questions, though I'm not quite sure what would be useful. You know?
Okay. No, I don't imagine she saw much.
No, and from what I've seen so far, it's definitely not the prettiest scene.
Northwest, you said?
That, huh?
Northwest?
Yeah, northwest.
Cyrildel's to the
bit.
northwest.
Yeah, because if you
Forest.
look, you see the tall peaks behind the ruins of Zalrin. It's like to the west of that. A little
Could
bit.
be Ashtar, Murmur Wood, anything in that direction. Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
something.
would say Ashtar maybe. I'm not quite sure. Maybe not that west though. I don't know.
Sounds like most of those cities are ruined now, which wouldn't be a bad place to hide, probably.
No, but I also have a feeling that the ruins are kind of being inhabited by the ones who ruined it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't think they're hiding.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Well. Oh no, I meant they can stay there. And no, I suppose they're powerful enough they don't really need to hide.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, staying there. Possibility.
Quick question. Can I ask the soul like who she was and like what she did for a living?
Yeah.
Yep, she's salty.
I was. I ran a stall for produce.
Oh, for produce. Okay. And then what's your name?
Emiria.
With an A?
Emria. No, Emiria. So Emiria. Emiria.
Okay. And you did a produce stall. Now I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm sure you know who our lovely ministers are, right? So let me ask, have you seen Lenore, our lovely Minister of Information? Have you seen her anywhere in the market lurking? Or anyone with her sigil?
I'm not sure. There have been people wearing the red and black robes of the Ministries of Information.
Okay. How recently did you see them in the stall?
So, how many questions do you get? Because that's 3 things.
It's 6. I should have 6 charges on my soul cage.
Okay. And what was your most recent question?
How recently you saw agents of information?
They have been around the city for some time.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I think I used 5. Let me see. Let me remember. Yeah.
You're asking her questions? You could ask her about her children.
Oh, it's
They're dead too.
Does she have anyone who missed her? And we could maybe send back to. Well, if she had anyone who missed her, we could send back to Cataran and see if they looked after her. I mean, you said you found her dying, right?
Oh, she's gone. It was very sad and unfortunate. Yeah.
Jack, what's your passive insight?
22. No, it's just 20.
20?
It's 20.
Elith, roll deception.
Yeah.
Did you murder this lady?
I would never do anything like that. Why do you? I got a 6.
Oh no.
There's
she's sus.
She's looking to the, she's looking away from you as she says that's like, she's finding other things to fidget with in the
She's like,
and we're around the study. She's trying whatever she can. There's a bunch of telltale signs that something's not right.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that one. Yeah, Jack just watches her smoking the pipe. Nods.
I have 2 more uses on her, so keep that in mind, guys.
I will reluctantly admit that was probably useful, but I don't know what else we would ask the random lady.
Here, yeah, I can ask her about the kids. You know, that's no biggie.
Sure.
And
Anyone
I'm
who misses her?
actually, I'm gonna actually do the Eyes of the Dead, and I'm going to do the moment when I caught her, and I'm gonna do it from her perspective, and I'm gonna see if there was anyone watching me, because now I'm nervous.
Ooh.
And I'm curious to see if anyone was like also in the alleyway or like, yeah.
The drunk guy that you didn't notice.
So what you see is her running through the streets and like kind of pushing past people just to be whisked away, and the vision turns like for like it's very blurry, like you're being whipped around for a second, just to be like grabbed by the chest and like looking into your eyes as your eyes turn completely dark with like this kind of green energy, and just fades to black.
Ooh. Yeah, no, the kids.
But
They're
there's
gone.
more. Past your shoulder,
Oh.
she sees the face of the skull of a goat with glowing yellow eyes. Briefly.
Soul of
Oh,
a goat
man,
with
I'm hyped
glowing
up.
yellow eyes.
I'm hyped up.
A ram.
I actually
Sorry,
don't
not
know.
a goat, a ram.
Gosh darn it. No. I have bad feeling. Just kidding. Yeah. No, Jack, the kids are. Yeah.
Kids are not all right.
They, Denton. They got disintegrated. By the lightning. So very sad. Oh. Yeah, let's get Gari here, you guys. Let's send a message. What do you guys think?
All right, now we're gonna go back to Zark with the coin.
All right. So, like, do I immediately pick up on where I've seen this coin before, or is it just something that's just in the back of my head, just like this looked familiar?
Immediately pick up on it.
Okay. I wanna look to the group and be like, guys, how did this get here? And I show them the coin.
I kind of look at him and I'm like,
Yeah, Lyran probably
I
has
didn't,
money.
like, sell anything?
Oh my god.
Can I investigate
Wait.
the coin to see if it is the
Is that a double-headed coin?
coin? If it is Denton's coin?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, he's better at that now.
I am better at that now. 11.
11?
Wow.
It could be a replica. It could be the same coin. It's a toss-up. Good
Alright.
Good one.
Recognize.
Ah.
Wow.
Yeah.
To roll anything to recognize this coin?
You can roll a wisdom check.
Okay. Let me see here.
Does
That's a saving throw. Excuse
this
me.
coin mean anything to you guys? You're
Dice. Okay, here we
It
go.
um.
Oh, 4.
Looks
Y-
familiar.
Can I
Yo.
recall, like, the
Cool that it's,
history
like,
of such
double-headed.
coins?
Y'all are just whiffing.
You know that one guy that you tried to kill?
which
The-
I shouldn't.
Not the one that was not me.
Hmm.
Can I
The
recall, like, the history of such
other one
coins?
that was
Because my
with-
character thinks that might be useful.
This isn't no ordinary coin.
The cleric, Denton.
That one. It looks just like his.
It was his holy symbol actually.
But it can't be his because he
Obviously.
he was vaporized.
That's why I'm trying to figure out how did I just randomly find this?
Where did you find it?
Try to bring him.
I found it on I was just looking for something to drink and it fell off the shelf.
Did you find
Maybe
something
he-
to drink? I could use it.
Maybe he
Yeah,
wanted you to
I pass him the brandy.
Straight from the bottle.
Straight from the
Okay.
bottle.
One of those types of days.
Mm-hmm.
Ever just had one of those days?
It's just one of those days. Anyway.
So that coin, what's the significance of that coin?
This was the holy symbol of a good friend of ours.
That I've
Jack,
seen
you
too many
would've-
things to believe in
So you would have seen this
coincidences.
coin a few times too, especially while getting healed.
Right.
So
I
perhaps it's a
remember that.
message.
Did the wizard know him?
Everybody except for Hugh and Sam.
Oh yeah, no, I mean like the wizard
including
of the tower.
Elviron
yeah,
didn't-
Elviron
Did not.
that we know of.
Okay. So maybe he's reaching out to us.
You all met
Give it a
Elviron
sec.
after you returned from the Feywilds and on the way to get to Lumiscon.
Okay.
That was my question. Is there something special about it? Is there a power that coin has? Is it a tool? Can it do something? Can it do anything? Can it cast
Perhaps
spells?
it's meant to be a message or something.
Right.
Thank you, Ember, for that in chat.
You're welcome. I knew what you were going for.
Okay, good. I'm glad someone caught it. I mean, it's nothing to me. Like, obviously, the one that knows anything about it isn't with us anymore. So, unfortunately, there's not much I can do with it.
Hmm.
Can
Keep
I
it for
take a look at the coin?
Didn't Elviron say something about needing maybe somebody celestial to help us destroy certain artifacts?
That is
That is
To
true.
Zasku, you can look at the coin.
Tamora is pretty celestial.
Hmm. I've got a lot of experience with holy symbols. Is there any type of benefit I could take to that, maybe?
What do you mean?
What are you trying to do?
I'm going to attempt to kind of like figure out what it's for. In this
Make
current
a
application.
religion check.
I got an 8.
You don't know jack shit.
Look at it.
Sucks.
Can I take a look at it?
Sure. Why
Sure,
not?
Float around this coin.
Just pass it
Pass it
around.
around.
I have the
wait.
speaking coin. It's my turn to
So-
talk.
Next.
A lot of the symbolism on coinage is either religious or historical in nature, and I'm just wondering if I would be able to note anything to at least like try and date the coin, if nothing else, and tell where it came from.
Make a history
Oh.
check.
See this misprint here? Or they
This means it's mint.
See this
I'm going to
misprint
bend my
here?
own luck.
That means somebody just didn't care about their job that day.
Alright.
No, you do not know anything about this coin.
valuable
Alright,
as
can I
a
see it?
collector.
Okay, that would be a
me
total of
see it.
12. But yeah.
Oh god, it's the mirror all over again. Anyway,
Let me see it. Let me see it.
okay, here. I should.
Why don't I just help you instead of having each of us pass it around?
Shadow
No, no,
just
no, no,
pockets
no.
the coin.
Thank you.
Hey, Ember,
You allowed to do that?
Yes.
you think I should try the thing? You know, like the flip it?
Sure.
Sure.
Alright.
Mm.
Well, if it's anything like last time, if this is what it is, we should probably huddle together.
Yeah.
And if
For
everybody
all of us?
follows, so yeah.
So
Um,
tell
and
everybody the
As
thing?
soon as everybody does that, Shadow's gonna attempt to flip the coin. You just flip the coin, see if anything happens.
So the rest of the party like huddles together. Shada flips the coin as it,
It
kind
lands
of
on
spins
heads.
in the air, catches the light of one of the candles and it reflects it. And just Shada, your vision goes all white.
Okay.
It was a message coin.
Alright.
Thumbs up tails.
You are in a white area. It's all around you is light.
Familiar?
No. Seems to be just you're sitting in a void of just pure light. And you hear a voice behind you. You
I'll
turn
look back.
around and you see the visage, half white hair, half black, one green eye, one blue. Your friend, your traveling companion for some time, Denton.
Oh. Denton. Holy shit. Oh, I guess nobody else came along with me. Good to see you.
Should I respond or just
Yeah,
let you do it?
you're talking to him.
Okay, okay. It's been a while. Glad to see you look well, mostly. Though
Yeah,
maybe not entirely. There's a lot going on, isn't there?
yeah, just on a side note, I kind of put your remains into a artifact.
Yeah, a little unconventional, but
It's a sign of respect.
but hopefully it will be able to protect others as I intended to do in life.
But probably we're in a bit of a pickle, I guess. A lot of shit's going on, all these dragons.
Yeah.
I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. I wasn't expecting this particularly.
It's never been easy.
Say that again. We all really miss you.
I'm always watching over all of you. I hope you know that.
Sure you
I don't know if you've ever noticed, if you've ever felt you narrow miss, lucky dodge. There's not much I can do, but I can keep an eye out for you.
I appreciate that a lot. We definitely need your luck in these times.
I believe in you. All of you are stronger than, so much stronger before you started. And the tasks you face now are more difficult. But you are all resourceful and strong. And I know that you can figure it out. And I will do what I can within my limitations.
It's at this point, Dan looks past his shoulder behind him as if being called from a distance.
I'm afraid I'm out of time. Tell the others I think of them as well. And just know that fortune is always on your side.
Thank you, Denton. I will.
As your sentence ends, a smile shows on Denton's face, and you watch as the form continues to glow and glowing brighter as two large feathered wings spread out from his back, and then your vision fades away, the light blinding you for a moment. You find yourself standing back within the grouped up companions that you are currently with.
Denton was an Aasimar? Are you lying about all your characters?
No. No.
So, what? Shadow's gonna look at the coin in his hand. Oh,
it's not there.
Oh, it's not there?
Oh.
No.
Oh. kind of
Flipped it and it vanished before it could decide whether it was head or head. Did it effectively land on tails?
So,
Straight up
So
on
no
its
head
side.
Yeah. Holy shit.
You went blank on us there for a minute.
Yeah, I saw Denton.
Did you?
It didn't go as it went last time, but it was similar.
What did he say?
He said he's watching over us and he's, you know, doing as much as he can to help us through, you know, the means he has. I don't think I was the one to do that. I was hoping it would take more of us than just me.
Well, I'm glad you got to say your goodbyes.
Yeah.
Did he offer any other assurances? Tell you anything?
Nothing specific for our times.
He's something else now, is he? I mean, he's dead, but now he's.
Well, he looked pretty normal as I remember him, and when we said our goodbyes, he sprouted wings.
Oh, like an angel.
I guess so.
Celestial being.
if there's anybody deserving of heaven, it's that man.
Yeah. I guess he would be a celestial being at this point.
If he's still around, he's out there, able to exert some influence on this plane. I wonder. Well, I wonder if he would be a suitable replacement to Veldritch for you.
Maybe he would. That or, my God, but he doesn't seem to be giving me many responses lately. I'm not too good at the whole religion thing.
No.
Perhaps you
No,
could
they're not.
use a seer or an oracle of sorts to guide you through some sort of vision quest. There was the time I
you're
was
right.
out in the Apati waste and I found a number of cacti that allowed me to go on such a quest. It was quite potent.
Boy.
I hear if you drink that cactus juice, it'll quench you.
You see giant friendly mushrooms. Yeah.
Mushy mushroom.
I think I used some of those on the target once. Kind of funny.
What you guys are talking about, but I am intrigued. Insanely.
Well, that's Airbender.
How have you had it and I haven't?
I get around,
At a different
I
time,
guess.
But think about
Someone
that.
gets around. Okay.
Hey now.
Bro?
I'm sure.
Excuse me, I need to attend to my duties in the
Sleeping.
top floor of the tower.
What time of day is it?
It
It's
is.
evening time, isn't
It is late, guys. It's like 2 in the
Way
morning.
past his bedtime.
it? We should get some rest while we can, eh? There are rooms downstairs, I suppose. He mentioned that we could stay the night.
Yeah.
I'm afraid you'll find only cellars set up in the basement. You're more than welcome to lounge about the furniture and on the skinned rugs, of course.
Appreciate it.
Quick question before we go to bed. Do you have a pest problem at all? Do you have any rats or squirrels or
Hi, sweet girl. Just take some rest and have an orange. You gotta ward off the scurvy.
sure.
Really took that to heart.
You know, actually, you guys, scurvy. Crazy. I read about it in a book once, scariest thing I've ever heard of.
It is pretty terrible.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that box of concern. I'm going to put it on a shelf. I'm going to leave it there.
Compartmentalizing is a good tool.
I think that's fairly low on our priority list at the moment.
But we don't
Let's
particularly need to take any watches, right? Because we're inside of this pretty secure tower.
I'd certainly hope not. That's would be problematic.
He's like shouting his he's like about like a quarter way up the first staircase at this point.
I was hoping you like pop back down, toothbrush in one hand.
Like help up
A
the
loofah
stairs.
in one hand, like a shower cap on.
They're past your bedtime.
Having youth around brings out a younger side of me.
So like
As he
down to,
slowly takes the next step.
110.
He just takes the next step and just disappears.
Yeah, I'm gonna help him up the stairs.
Hey, Elith.
Yeah.
Want to go explore that cellar? There might be a rat or two.
Yeah.
Cool.
hoping
Start
so.
going down the stairs.
Though I do believe that he wouldn't. I don't know. He seems to keep everything very tidy. But
That's true. Could be a magical means of getting rid of this stuff. Then again, if he's leaving crumbs around, you'd think there should be something around here to eat the crumbs.
true. And mice are not magical.
Might be something interesting down there. So what's the deal? You gonna use them somehow? Drain them of their blood or something? Or use them for some kind of ritual?
What are you talking about?
Well, that's what you do, right?
Well, who are you talking about, I guess?
You. I meant the rats.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use the rats. I mean, I wanted to try to commune with my patron, but I don't know if it would work. Because this place is so protected. And he's a little unorthodox. You know.
I'm gonna use prestidigitation. No, I'm gonna use minor illusion to just make a little flame in my hands. Just a little illusory flame. Does it work? DM?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Alright, that works. Maybe if you could do something like that, I'm sure he can reach you.
We can try.
So you're going
I
down to
know
the
what I'm
cellar.
lied to, Alex.
Excuse me.
I know I'm being lied to, Elif. That's alright, I understand. It was probably important.
I don't lie about important things. So, I think that if you know I'm lying, there's nothing really to worry about. Because it doesn't really require attention. Yeah?
It depends on what you do, I suppose. Is this a pattern here?
That was a very tough
Is this a-
circumstance, Jack. And you cannot fault me for trying to preserve myself. Because realistically, the 8 of us are the most, well, some of the most important people on the continent. So, pardon me if maybe, okay, I took a woman's last moments and used them for my own benefit. I apologize. But I don't think I was wrong.
No, you were in need. And you felt justified because, as you say, you're more important. my life was pretty much decimated and I was left mutilated by someone who believed similarly more important than the little people. I spent a bit of time as one of those little people. I suppose I bring that up to say, be careful, because whoever you leave behind might come back, and the next thing you know, they'll be coming for you.
Jack, you know that I would never hurt the party or put us in jeopardy, right?
Yes, I believe that. I think you care. And I think you're a better person than you give yourself credit for.
I appreciate that.
Let's see if there are any rats around here.
Definitely.
Make an investigation check with advantage, one of you.
I'll go for it if you like.
Yeah, you can. Well, I have a high investigation.
29. Oh, you do.
No rats, but the cellar is full of barrels and crates. There are shelves lined with jars of odd things that you haven't really seen. Of course, there are, a number of food items, dry goods, but there's like a large section of the cellar that is just arcane components. There is a jar specifically labeled to be says plain and simple on a bat shit. Yeah, there's a lot of things here.
Wow. Once the betting, he'll have alarms all over this place.
I don't know. Do you think?
Of course, he might sleep through it.
Do you think there's anything in here that's
Oh, tons. Magic stuff. Stuff I can't really be bothered with. Ember might be interested later, I suppose.
You do notice across the room, kind of in an alcove, is a humanoid-looking creature.
Oh.
I want to.
What's it doing?
In its shape, it is humanoid. Is the best way I can put that. Do you walk closer to get a better look at it?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
All right. So, upon getting closer and like kind of bringing your flame, what you see is iron armor kind of bolted together with wood connecting parts. It is wearing a full helm. There are no weapons, but one of its armored arms is in the shape of a shield as its armor, and the other one is a very large fist. It's being still.
Some kind of construct.
Do you think so?
Oh, mechanical person. I imagine he had a use for that thing. Does it look new or does it look old?
It is. You can't quite tell. There's a large collection of dust on it, but it doesn't look rusted.
And you said that it was metal plating for like armor pieces that are put together with wood, right?
It looks like a heavily armored wooden man.
Yeah. Do you see a pebble over here? Let me grab a pebble or something off the ground. And I just want to toss it towards him on the ground and like have it hit his foot or something and see if he does anything.
It does not move. But you hear a voice from, I'll tell you what it is if you want to know.
Yes, please.
Very quietly, but yet surprisingly there is Alviron.
Very graceful for his age.
Oh. Thought you'd
I
come
was
down
helping him up the stairs.
Yeah, we've already been past that.
Okay. You helped an image of him at this time. Anyway. Couldn't help ourselves. We're very curious.
It is a construct that is known as a shield guardian.
What does it do?
Its main purpose is to protect me. Of course, I haven't needed its services for some years.
I suppose you may need it soon, if you're to keep helping us.
Perhaps.
Does it have a mind? Does it, you speak to it?
It understands commands. Not a great conversationalist.
So it's just a construct, right?
Essentially, in its nature, yes.
Fascinating. Well, I hope you don't. I hope you aren't offended. We didn't mean to intrude, of course, into your space. Just helping her out find some components. Seems you're quite well stocked.
Yes, and
Indeed.
no pests. So.
But, we won't help ourselves or anything to anything you don't consent to giving, of course.
This was once my workshop. I pride myself on constructing a number of working machines. There's some golems involved here and there, but that's long past me.
A workshop, eh? We happen to have some projects we are in need of working on. I wouldn't, not meaning to intrude, of course, but if we ever have need of hiding here again, I wonder if you consent to letting us use the place.
This was
We bring our materials if need be.
This was once the smile shows on his face. This was once my companions and I's home. Many of them have gone from this world, either through adventuring and losing their lives along the way, or just luckily through age, as so few adventurers do. You've met my rogue, our thief in Restoria, of course. Of course, there's Iris. Well, it's just me these days.
I suppose it's a good thing we came along. Seem to be in
Gathering
need of
dust
friends.
with this here thing. Perhaps it can be a home.
I imagine you miss them very much.
Yes, I do. But perhaps this could be a home for someone else one day.
Perhaps.
Speaking of which, quick question. I mean, there might be a different room, but do you remember Gari? Smaller dwarf I brought the first time?
The talented one, yes, I do. Remember that's one. Yes.
Well, I put him into college. And
A luxury not many get to afford an education.
I'm sorry?
No, it's just semantics and politics. Ignore me, yes.
Well, I think I made the wrong decision. And I think that he should be here. And I'm wondering if you're still open to that idea. He's a good boy.
It's been some time since I've taken on an apprentice. The last one may be floating around somewhere in the astral plane still. I'm not quite sure, but perhaps I could find use in one again.
Yeah, maybe we could do like astral ball and chain. Make sure that doesn't happen. But
Sometimes a mage apprentice gets rather overzealous in their work and often leads to accidents such as turning their face into one of a donkey or being lost away in some realm to burn in the nine hells for all eternity. It's quite common. Yes.
Well, weirdly, I feel like this might be a safer place. I feel like he is smart enough.
Yes, my home is a safe space for anyone who wishes well upon the world.
Will you welcome us here again? Again, not meaning to intrude, but we may see each other much sooner than any of us expect. Again, can we count on you to harbor us if need be?
You're more than welcome in my home. But please,
Thank you.
accompany up the stairs. The effort to get down here in such a short amount of time took quite a bit out of me.
Naturally. And I'll offer my arm and walk and dart just a final glance at Aleph and nod.
On the way up, I'll follow behind them. I'd just like to sneak a final peek, see if anything moves. I doubt it will, but I'm very curious.
No, just old relics of the past and a man being forgotten by history.
While they're doing this, I'm getting drunk at the altar of Mistra.
Yep.
Yep.
With Zark, I assume?
If he wants to come, but I took the bottle, so... You're muted.
Sorry. Yeah, I got it.
As Ember and Zark are drinking their troubles away at the altar of Mistra, you watch as Aleph, Jack, and Elviron come up the stairs from down below, chattering amongst themselves as they do.
Cheers.
Cheers.
At this point, Sam's probably already asleep.
Fair enough.
Yuzeski's going to try to find Elvirus to talk to him for a second.
He's being dropped off by Elf and Jack, and he's making his way up the stairs once more.
I'm gonna keep up with him. I'm gonna start
Easy
talking
enough.
to him. Right. So I take it you have a lot of precautionary things in here. A lot of magical things. Do you by chance have a teleportation circle?
I do possess a teleportation circle, and the precautionary measures are mainly to keep the world safe. There's a number of dangerous items here that we gathered through our adventures in the past, and this tower must always have a keeper.
Right. Given this place is very safe for us, I think even in our own humble abode, we're not really safe anymore, but this is probably a place we could consider sanctuary. Maybe our wizard could take a look at that circle and we could swing by every so often whenever we need.
You must be new here. I'm sure he already has those runes well memorized.
Okay, well, that should be very helpful for us then. And yes, I'm a bit new around here, as one would say.
I thought I haven't seen your face before, but more often than I care to admit, that happens a lot. I see a lot of faces I don't care to remember.
Oh, you got called up with a guy that never remembers anything.
But I'm sure you remember him. You must have heard of him, right? Because
Elviron Creek, yeah?
yeah, exactly.
I think I have.
Yeah, it's pretty
So,
famous.
I see that you follow the moon goddess. How does one end up in that path of life?
Well, I started off really wanting to be an adventurer, but I had no real practical skills myself, so I had to look for a external source of power. That
Especially
being
charisma, I'm sure.
not very charismatic, no. It's more like experience is where my power is derived from. You get around. But I ended up looking into the moon deity. She seemed more, well, unbiased, I guess is what you could call it. I'm not one to go too far into the morals of my deity, but neutrality is where I stand.
I see. Well, you're welcome here whenever you'd like. Company is always nice to have.
It is nice to share company with such a interesting individual such as yourself. This
Oh,
place.
the tales
There-
I could tell. Would you like to know the story of when my companions and I defeated a mighty kraken lurking at the bottom of the seafloor?
That does sound like an
About to
interesting
say,
tale.
Tell him about the Kraken.
As you're going up
boy.
the stairs, he begins to.
Well, it all started on a nice summer afternoon. We were at, let's see, and you just go upstairs as the conversation fades away.
We taking our long rest here?
I think so.
If you're all ready, you can take the long rest.
I think it might be a good spot.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Lego.
You can all mark your characters for a long rest and officially take on
Oh.
your new leveled abilities. Hooray!
Finally!
Let's go.
Ooh.
Do we still
Nice.
want the healing spell stored in the hammer, or do we want to look at something else now?
Well, is there anything that would be more useful than that at the moment?
Touch spells that I can do first or second level. Another possible one is disguise self, although that's fairly situational.
Yeah.
Also kind of hilarious.
Invisibility would be helpful, but
it has to be well, it could be first or second level spell that I can do.
yeah, I just don't know if there's one that fits that criteria.
Invisibility is also a
I
little bit
think-
situational, like disguise self.
It doesn't have to be a touch spell, I don't think. It's an action. Maybe it's a touch. I'm getting confused now.
Maybe it just
I
turns
think
into a touch spell question.
I think we should probably stick with the healing.
I do like the little healing bonk.
It's
The
a
healing
it's good
is
to
pretty
have
useful.
if there's no, yeah. We
It's
could
always
probably
good to
use it,
have.
Yeah.
Bonk.
but yeah, I think we should keep it that way.
Go to healing
Cool,
jail.
get back
The
up.
charges and everything.
Well, if that sounds good, we can leave it as that for now. If it ever comes up, we could change it to something like levitate or enlarge, reduce, enhance ability.
Perhaps in lighter time you could do catapult.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the hammer.
Or you
That'd be
go
interesting.
golfing.
Huh?
Catapult on the hammer.
All right.
Perhaps in lighter times.
So yeah, we're all picking a spot on a carpet or couch. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Take our rest. Yeah.
So yeah, you all fall asleep in various spots throughout the tower and wake up. Elvira has been awake since 4 a.m. But
Yes. Okay.
No thanks to us.
As you wake up, Sam, he is kind of like sitting there waiting for you to wake up. He goes, "May I have a word?"
Sure. What's up?
Yes, follow me to the top floor.
Sure. And like, I go ahead and I follow him up and help him along as he needs it.
What would the rest of you like to do?
We're eating breakfast, I imagine. Jack's making eggs. Scrambled eggs.
Okay.
Oh, Are these the famous Midnight Jack scrambled eggs that I've heard so much about?
If they'd be famous, they probably wouldn't be mine.
We'll see about that.
Oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is
For a timber made by him.
Thank you. Thank you. I was gonna say I'm killing for a timber right now.
Yeah. Made by the man himself, it gets no better than that.
Yeah.
So you all sit down and you enjoy your breakfast, and soon enough, Sam and Elvira come to join you.
Do they have any coffee in this place?
I think he's more of a tea guy.
But
Orange juice.
We didn't
I can make it taste like coffee if you want.
We didn't bring
that's
the
fair.
barista with.
Coffee eggs.
I do have some tea that I can offer you along with some. I believe I have some beans to make coffee.
Yes.
I would be lying if I did not admit I have teleported to Lenarian Isle to gather some beans from time to time. One of my simulacrums.
Speaking of coffee and beans, have you checked out Found Familiar yet?
Time and place. Time and place.
Segways are weird.
Broke
Anyway.
the fourth wall.
That was pretty funny though. I
Looked
like
at the
Cut
camera
away.
for a second there.
Anyway, so if I may ask all of you, what do you plan on doing next?
Plan on getting to Restoria.
I think that we should confront Valdridge, but
We don't have a solid way of destroying his soul yet.
that's the thing. I think we should do it after we destroy the soul.
Those are points that you're making indeed.
If we could find out how to do it just before we confront him, that would probably be
I'll make sure
ideal.
that my mom and
Family
Looney are
is very
safe
important,
before I do
yes.
that.
Very true.
Because nothing is stronger than
Because
family.
If he feels
Yeah.
this happen, which I'm sure he will, I have no doubt he'd go straight for my loved ones.
Well,
Can he? Do you know if he can read your thoughts through however he keeps an eye on you, or?
Well, as far as I mean, at least here he can't. I don't think he can read my thoughts per se. He can watch me, but most of what I do is shown through my actions than my thoughts.
So,
I follow him, but I'm sure he knows I don't like him very much.
so quick question because I missed it earlier. So Veldritch, invited Shada's mom to come to a thing.
There is a number of world leaders gathering in the city of Restore, and they were gathering when you left for Minaria. You were told that a Miss Tessa, along with Iris, and then other world leaders were going to be gathering. But you had to go to Minaria.
And nobody, we weren't informed about what Shada's mom until Elvira brought it up.
And it's been 3 days
Okay.
since then, but they're still deliberating over how to handle things right now.
Yeah.
well, my
imagine
thought
the Baron's still
is if Elviran doesn't know how to destroy the soul thing, what if someone at the college is studying souls and might know how to destroy it?
Well, my thought was, we get to Restoria, we talk with the Archmage.
I don't know
We
how...
ran.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Ember, but I don't know how safe that will be if I have this thing on me. Considering we'll be out of the tower here, and he'll be able to freely scry on me.
And have you freed your friend yet that you originally set out to do?
Not quite.
That would be...
No.
That's what the whole point of getting loose from Veldritch was, because if I actively rebel against him, then he takes action against my loved
I see.
which is my
And
issue here.
are we sure on the location of Minister Grimpor?
Restoria? I thought you were sure.
The number of nation leaders are in Restoria. I don't know the
that's where he
whereabouts
lives.
of Mr. Grimpor.
Well,
That's where he lives. I'd assume he'd be there.
if we go to Restoria, we can round up your mother. We can round up, what is it, your
Deluni.
uncle? Deluni.
So Looney is
my uncle
the
wasn't
Jadeite clan
there.
leader.
Oh, yeah.
Looney.
Okay. We can round
Well, I
up your
mean-
mother and Deluni and Gari, bring them back here, find a way to destroy that thing, contact the
Just for
Archmage.
clarification, Salkos.
Hmm.
So, Brigand, Shadow's uncle wouldn't necessarily be there, right? Because
You
I
haven't
mean-
been told that he is there.
yeah, and I mean, like, he rules in his stead, but Shada would be like almost like a figurehead at this point, just like as the Lord Copperstone, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So we round up these three. While we're there, possibly get some information about how to destroy that thing, or not. Bring them here, where it's safe. Find out where Veldritch is. Get the information on how to destroy it. Destroy it. Kill him.
Personally, if he requested specifically for my mother to be there, I have a feeling he's also there. Considering the circumstances and his threats.
I assume he is also there.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt he'd be keeping a close eye on her.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get her away, I just need to be able to touch her.
Yeah.
Then there's
You
nothing we
or-
can do.
Could you act through Familia?
Well, I could act through a familiar, touch her, and send only her.
Deluni's a little bit more familiar with magic. Perhaps if she just got the message, then she could send herself back to Thorm. There's a circle there.
But that's take some time.
Well, now's the time to prepare.
Ember, you get a message in your head that says, "Oh, hi, Ember. It's me, Professor Dudley. I just want to let you know I am setting out on my expedition, today.
He's just setting out today?
It's been 3 days.
Oh no! Oh no!
So much has happened.
You can respond now.
Oh no! Professor Dudley, before you leave, there are a few people I would like you to locate for me. Okay, so I have 2 words left, so I'm gonna send my own message.
I think you have 7 left.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Okay. Deluni. What's Deluni's last name?
Jadeite.
Deluni Janatite. Lady Copperstone. Gari. That's all we really need to round up, right? I just need their locations. Oh, and
Harry Ellison.
well, let's just see if Brigand is there. So,
Yeah, Brigand Copperstone.
Brigand Copperstone. Boom, 25.
Well, I can delay my trip until the next morning. Gary is at the college. I will check rest.
If it's gonna take you too long, don't delay your trip. Leave as soon as you can.
Is that another
Leave
message
it-
that you're spinning?
Well, she sent me one back. I didn't
That
have to
was
send
her
one.
response. She gets a response.
No, because I didn't have to send a message because I still had 7 words left.
Oh yeah.
I miscounted. Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll also be on the message on her end.
Yeah. Okay. Leave today. Leave today. Don't worry about the people if it will delay you a day. Have a good trip.
All right.
That's it.
So I reckon we have a heading then.
We do. I remember Elviron had a scrying pool around here. If anyone wanted to find someone.
It's awfully dangerous to be scrying openly like that.
That's true. Especially if they have true sight.
Totally forgot about the scrying thing.
It's crystal ball.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Could look for Veldritch, but Veldritch would probably look back and see it.
I'm sure he would.
Maybe we.
But he may not know who we are.
Maybe we could look for Brigham, see if he's there. Look for your mother, see if she's there. Look for Deluni, see where she is.
Well, I'm guessing my mother's there for sure, and Deluni as well, because Elviron told us so.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Brigand might be good to check on. My uncle, I at least want to know my uncle's location.
All right. To
Is
this
that an issue, Elviron?
So it takes you up to the 3rd floor where the the swirling ball of light is located between the 5 pillars. But he takes off the satin cloth that covers the crystal ball.
Because you have to make sure that you cover these things. If any sunlight gets in here, it can burn the whole place down. You get one use.
Alright, so Brigand then?
Mine to use, right?
I think this is like an intelligence or an arcana check, right?
Is it?
Yeah, so it's the spell Scry.
So I'll let Ember do that. Yeah, Brigand Copperstone. My dear uncle.
Alright, so you are going to, it's your save modifier, but you know the target well, so it's -5. So you need to make a wisdom saving throw with a DC of 12.
Wisdom?
I thought it would be his uncle who would make the saving throw.
Dims.
To not be,
Oh wait, so
to not be screwed against.
he needs to make saving throw, yeah. So, okay. That is a fail.
Cool.
So for a moment, the ball kind of like shimmers, showing you a office space. It's located in a large room with a door behind the desk, with a very stern-looking dwarf scribbling away at some scrolls, and you recognize it to be Chateau Copperstone.
Cool. He's at home.
Oh, wait.
We don't have to worry about him.
That's good. He looked like he's doing something productive. I knew he was kind of unsteady about that.
He filling out paperwork. He did not look happy. Did not look happy.
I'm sure he wasn't. I thank my uncle for that.
Could be more straights.
Good to know.
Before we leave, there's several things that you might have, Elviron, that I would find useful.
I have been known to come across things from time to time.
I'm looking for several different spell scrolls. The one that you used to make the simulacrum, if you have that around somewhere, that would be fantastic. But in no mean, like, don't worry about that one too much. I would, however, like, what was it?
This reminds me of a time when a guardian took a soul of one of our companions. We had to venture into the underworld to fetch a soul in order to resurrect them. It was quite the journey. We found a number of spell scrolls during that time. There were nothing too important. I was able to sell them for quite a profit. To make a long story short, we were able to find our companion's soul and then resurrect him. And the following day, we had our coffee with some bread and bacon. It was quite delicious. Did I mention that's when coffee began to
stop him.
You can't.
No, I'm just gonna let him keep going. I wanna,
Yuzescu's invested in the story already.
it's 30 minutes about his coffee. We'll end the session there. Like,
Saying it's 30 minutes about his coffee is far too focused, okay? It goes from his coffee.
It's a
somehow ends
Dungeons
up
and
at
Dragons
dragon.
filibuster.
Oh,
speaking
man.
of coffee,
Hey.
do you happen to have Sunbeam? That would be the most useful, or Legend lore.
It's Sunbeam. I do not. Let me see on the other two. Judo's Sunbeam has a lot of Fey origins in the magic that it stems from. I don't know if you're aware of this. Anyway,
I don't know how kitchen appliances are gonna help us.
it seems that I have the ability to give you a scroll for legend lore. As for the simulacrum, you can copy it from my spell book if you'd like. It'll just take you a few hours, of course.
If anybody has an issue with that, I will not. But I'd prefer to get those spells while we're here, while we can.
If you're gonna be a couple hours, I don't mind. I'll work on finishing Jack's eye.
Wonderful. And as soon as I'm done, off to Restoria.
Maintaining equipment.
Is that
I
okay with
actually,
everybody?
Good.
I did want to speak with Albiron.
More?
Cool.
Yes,
So I'm
more.
gonna start copying down the spells then.
So I kind of wanted to have a heart to heart with you here. So I recognize you as
one moment. He kind of puts his hand to his chest. Yep, still beating. How can I help you?
I recognize you as a man of immense experience and knowledge. And I've heard the stories of your past experiences and how you bested many a foe along your journey, and you found a lot of success. And I consider myself to be a wise man, but I really don't think I can hold a candle to your wisdom. Now, I consider you to be, in my mind, what a hero would be. But what do you consider to be the true virtues of a hero?
23 minutes. Go.
Come on,
I could
filibusters.
give you some sort of long-winded answer of a hero is always the one who does the right thing, and honestly, the truth of the matter is, it's just a label that the masses put on the winner, the one who gets to tell the tales. It's the choices that you make when you wake up. It's knowing what's right and standing up for it, even if it means defying some sort of otherworldly power. You know, one day you wake up and you're being hired to kill rats in some sort of sewer, and then sometime later it's like, hey, go kill this god. It's quite the experience being an adventurer, you know.
I see. So what you mean to say is there's no real
Oh, and it's a little close to home.
guidelines really then. So it's a loose concept.
Who decides what's right?
That is something to chew on.
You know, even Asmodeus himself was able to escape the judgment of those who just declare themselves righteous. through trial nonetheless. Of course, I'm just repeating fairy tales passed down through generations, but you get the idea.
Right. Now, given my quest is very straightforward, that is to become a hero. Now, that's very broad. I don't really have any sense of direction for my quest, my personal quest. But you seem like you've been around this realm. Do you perhaps have any loose ends that I could take over, maybe, from your questing days? Any sort of direction or anything like that?
Yeah, there's a god he forgot to kill.
Oh?
Whenever there is light in the world, there's always the next dark entity brewing. There's always something to be done, and I fear my time protecting this world is quickly fading from me. I'm sure you'll be able to find an ample amount of heroic things to do.
All right. Well, I will venture into the world coming from this place with a new concept of being. That being to really just do what I can against like these world-ending threats we're just coming across. What's up with that? That's crazy, isn't it? Dragon God? Or something along the lines of that. It's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
If it's not the resurrection of some ancient demon at work, it's something else, honestly. The interesting thing is most people are none the wiser as to what's going on in the world.
Gonna have to do something about that. Well, anyway, thank you.
You're good, lad. Well, everyone, as
True story, then.
As I stand
that?
before all of you, I am reminded of my own days taking on quests and being given money for doing those things, and just remember that you'll carry these stories for the rest of your lives. Your friend Sam here and I have come to an agreement. He is rather unaware of the nature of his abilities, and I have offered to take some time to offer some insight on that, so he will be staying back here for the time being. I'll send him your way when the need arises.
Oh, you're staying behind.
I'm sorry. I know that, like, you'll be missing my ability to spear pit feeds with magic, but, this is something I need to do.
This young man
This
is
is a
one
good
sneeze.
opportunity.
This man is one sneeze away to find himself falling forever in the elemental plane of air. It's quite problematic.
I would have to agree there.
Well, I appreciate you coming with us. You were formidable. I'm just glad we pulled you out when we did.
Nah, and
I agree.
thank you. Thank you.
I hope you get what you're looking for.
I hope so too.
I plan on, once we figure out this giant mess, I plan on finding you again. I still need to study you, how you work.
Well, I
Dear
mean,
God, Zebra.
I'm gonna be right here.
Have
so-
you seen him? You've seen him, right?
Yes, yes.
I think our old pal Viren here is going to be doing that for you, Ember.
Mhm.
I think I might have a bit of insight into it. Anyway, stay safe.
Hands were off then, right?
Just learn plane shift. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Thanks.
fair-ish. I mean, if I get lost in the plane of fire, though, will I have time to cast plane shift before I die?
Do you have anyone who will miss you? Anyone you'd like to pass a message on to assure them that you're okay? I mean, we found
And-
you.
As you say that, he goes extremely blank-faced, and then he says, "No one worth mentioning."
Ooh.
Insight check.
I smell a grudge.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for insight.
That's 28.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
seems like he has some sort of troubled and tragic past.
Right. Okay.
You've
Well,
I think you'll be fine here hiding away from your debtors, though.
I suppose you're right there. Good luck finding me here.
Yeah, at least nobody's gonna be able to scry on you.
I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. We'll be coming back to this tower, I'm sure, at some point. Ember has the keys.
I do have the keys.
Yes,
No,
they're
I
under
look
the
forward-
mat where I leave them quite often.
It has been a great. It has been great. Serving with you, getting into hijinks. I'm still half convinced that I must have smelled something in the local pub, and I'm still tripping out. But it has been fantastic.
Zilch. Okay.
You're lucky we didn't let those zombies eat you.
Yes, there are many ways in which I'm perfectly fine with dying. Zombies isn't one of them.
Fair.
All right. Thanks, Sam. We're on our way, right?
Good luck on your travel, Sam.
Your study?
Self-discovery.
That's a good word for it.
Alright, after I get done with all the writing down of spells, I will teleportation circle us to Restoria,
Okay.
to the college.
So you all, with some incantations by Ember, find yourselves in front of the tree at the center of the Zalren College of Magic. Quite alarmingly to the number of students that are currently pacing through the hallways, but sure enough, the 7 of you are there.
Get to class.
All right, here we are.
Shadow, your mother's in town. You might want to go say hi. I think I need to go speak with the Archmage.
I'm
Archmage.
sure she is, but I don't know how safe approaching her is at the moment. I think I'll stick with you for now.
Are you sure that's best?
Knowing him, I don't know what's best.
I think, Shada, why don't you and I take a walk?
All right.
I'm gonna go to the headmaster's office.
Okay.
Just knock.
All right. So you walk through the long and shimmering hallway full of illusion, finding your way through with permission of the Archmage, Berlin Frail. Oh, Ember, it's been just a few days. I thought you'd be gone longer.
Yep. Well, we went to Minaria, and when we were in Minaria, we went into the Venulia bog, and there we found a
Mausoleum.
Mausoleum. We found a mausoleum that had a portal to the Shadowfell. spent a few days in the Shadowfell, recovered an artifact which contains Veldritch Grimbor's soul. We met the personification of death. We saved a city that was overrun with undead and returned it to the Shadar-kai. That city was built around the prison of Veskar the Insatiable, who is now a shadow dragon. We met Veskar, we came back, we went to Kataran, where our shop was attacked by 2 dragons. Well, it was invaded by 2 dragons who were there for an artifact that will unleash another ancient dragon that's currently bound in the plane of water. They were looking for a staff, which we had in our possession in the vault. We pulled some cards from the deck of many things, fought a pit fiend, fought a avatar of death. I gotta talk to Jack about that. Then one of the dragons found the staff. We fought the dragon. Dragon flew off, started attacking Kataran, and then then we went to visit Elviran Creek Camp, spent the night there, and now we're here.
Bullet Frail, he sets down the teacup that he had. He opens up a drawer and pulls out a bottle of some sort of spirit and just takes a 3-second chug from it. Oh my god.
It's been an exciting 3 days. Oh, also, side note.
He didn't know that Veldritch was a vampire.
Yeah.
Side note. Up in Minaria, they have an artifact. It's a dagger called Gust, and they wanted us to deliver it to Cyrindale. But we've been a bit busy. It's a pretty powerful dagger. I don't know. It's worth mentioning. Oh, I'm smarter now too. Magically smarter.
Alright, Jack and Shada.
Yes.
Taking a walk.
Just taking a walk. I got the feeling Ember probably wanted to have a quiet word. You never know whose eyes could be on us.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Seems to have slipped my mind for a second.
It's alright. And as I'm going, DM, I'm kind of looking around for any thieves' cant symbols indicating, like, places where inquiries could be made, anything like that.
Make an investigation check.
Sure. So, Shada, now that we're here, we could be asking around, I suppose, about the location of your mother. Any hideouts, that sort of thing. 24 on the investigation check.
There is a man that is kind of pushing a cart around, selling some food items to the students here on the College of Magic's campus. And as he's like shouting things out, he is speaking in Thieves' Cant. As he's like kind of like advertising the food to the students. You're picking up on things.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna stand near him with Shada, and I'm gonna comment to Shada just about just how nice this place is. Like the roads are remarkably well built, and it's so cool how there are people kind of traveling along freely. But in Thieves' Cant, I'm saying to the guy next to me, I'm asking him about any underground railroad services, any means by which we might be able to sneak people out of the city if we have to.
So as he looks at you, he's like offering you his wares and his food. It's basically just meat on a stick. But at Thieves' Cant, he's referring you to a kind of, it's a tavern that has a back room here in the city. But it's a bakery. It's called Flump Cakes. There is a There is a secret back room to it.
Cool. I'd like to toss him a silver piece.
He hands you
And
some meat on
yeah.
a stick.
Thank you. And as we go with Shadow, this is quite nice. I'll give him some.
Yeah. Sorry.
Gotta lead on a place where we could start asking around.
Oh, where?
Back of a bakery, it sounds like.
What's it called?
Flump Cakes.
Oh,
Charming.
Yeah, that place.
Do you know the city?
I've been here a few times. Flump Cakes is pretty good. It reminds me of my dad.
Huh. Ever been to the back room?
It was his favorite spot in the city.
Huh. Interesting.
Back room? I'm not too sure. Just know that they make good sweets. My dad had a sweet tooth.
This is going to be a complicated little task that we've got here. We've got a few people to liberate, a few people to help. Most of all, I suppose, we're here to check in and make sure that we fulfill the needs of your man.
That's true.
See to it that he gets what he needs.
Yeah.
If you were to face him, do you think you'd be able to... Do you think he would believe what you tell him? We could be straight up and honest with him about our comings and goings. That is to say, we have fulfilled his mission and we are ready to make a trade if he were to meet us in an agreed upon place.
Well, I could, convene with said man about this matter if I have a spot to myself.
Indeed.
But, he's a tricky one.
While this is happening, Zark, Kelwin, and Elith are all standing, and Huzeski are all standing, kind of just like in the way of a bunch of students trying to get to class. And you hear, Zark? Elith? You hear on the radio, Zark, Elith, and you turn around, and what you see is a woman with white, snow white hair with a braid coming down to her shoulder, wearing these gray robes with a sash with the symbol of a blooming rose over wheat.
Is that who I think it is?
Is it?
Is that who I think it is?
Is it?
I think it is.
And stepping forward is the aged face of Mother Iris.
Yeah!
Oh my gosh, it's Mother Iris! I want to give her a hug. Oh, I missed Mother Iris.
And as you give her a hug and she embraces you as well, that is where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Oh,
wholesome.
Such a feel-good moment.
yeah. It's disgusting.
Mother Iris is such a homie, for real.
I know.
Yeah.
She a real one. She a real
Ride or
G.
die.
All right, so that is where we're going to end our session for this evening. Thank you everyone for watching tonight. We appreciate you as always. We have great things in the works here for Prestige Encounters and Prestige Gaming community in general. Of course, the best way to get updates on our community is to visit our Discord using pgc.gg/discord. You can also use the !Discord command in our chat for a direct link. Until then, we're not quite ready to announce those things, but that is where we will be announcing them first. As always. However, great session tonight. Thank you all for joining us on our adventure so far. I would like to thank all of our role players, starting with the basically the Jack of the Ripper of Cataran, Elith Visago.
Oh, I'm flattered. No, I had so much fun though with this session. Lots of really great dialogue. Lots of not great rolls on my part, but that's okay. So, anyway, super excited for next session. I'm gonna hand it over to Ember, who is our Fire Ganoshi wizard. If you don't know him by now, well,
You better learn. Smartest man
Gonna learn today.
Smartest man on the continent. You better know my name. It was a lot of fun, even though I missed like the first half. Sorry, I have life things that are happening. But very excited about next week when we get to see the Archmage have a fucking mental breakdown. But yeah, we'll kick it over to Shada Copperstone, our Tabaxi fighter and Warlock. Soon to be not Warlock of Eldritch Grimbor anymore.
If he survives.
That's survive. Yeah. Probably shortest live Lord Copperstone, right? But yeah, it was a great session. A lot of crazy stuff went down. Fearing for my life with that ancient blue dragon.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a hit in, sadly. But yeah, it's it was crazy, and I'm excited. I'm as excited as ever for next session. It's gonna be very, very eventful now that we're so close to the action.
Didn't get to hit it with your 20 hit points, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I mean, like a hit's a hit, and it does extra damage. You feel me? Like.
We got this sword for a reason. We want to fucking use it.
I'm gonna put miles into this sword. All right. All right.
Just miles.
But yeah. Great session. I'm gonna pass it off to Boone. I mean Nask. I mean Kelwin. Our changeling artificer rogue here.
Now I'm really having an identity crisis. Also, I'm glad I got the opportunity today to play it for a moment as Denton. Always good callback.
Emotional.
Oh, the callbacks today.
A lot of fun. Thanks, guys. And I'll just pass it off to Midnight Jack.
Alright. I took damage through a deck save today, guys. Thanks for keeping me real, DM.
Just gotta keep you humble, Jack.
Stay humble.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Not too big, my britches. Alright, over to you, Zark.
Yeah. Whew. A lot of things happen. A lot of emotions this episode. But yeah, thanks for joining us. And as always, I pass it off to our wonderful DM, Salkos.
No, you won't. He's us you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm exhausted. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me rephrase that. Let me pass it over to Huzescu, our human cleric.
Yeah, that was a fun session. A lot of dragon business going on. We had a very interesting encounter. Like as soon as the session started, that was really cool. I can't wait to get into like a lot more of that ancient dragon business in the next upcoming sessions. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited for it. And without further ado, I'd like to pass this over to Sam Thornton.
Before, there you go. I wanted to give you a warm goodbye, Sam. Thanks for joining us.
No,
Thanks for being here.
it's been pretty good. Thanks for having me. Like I keep making those comments as Sam Thornton where he's half convinced that he's like been like flipped drugs or some wild magic whatever, and it has been a bit of a wild ride. And you know what? Those are sometimes the best. And I pass that back to our wonderful DM Salkos.
In a reverse, passing it back to you. Just kidding. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. You know, we will see you here Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/prestigegc, or 1 week later on the podcast network and our YouTube channel. I'm always lost for words at this point because I'm so appreciative, but I just don't have the ability to verbalize it every single time. But you know, thank you so much. But in other news, bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
I don't want to go.